What's up?
Morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Y'all wanted an intro? Yo. I said, welcome to the purge where anything goes. We got Kane B as the host. Welcome to the show where guilters get left at the door. Yo. Welcome to the purge where anything goes. We got KB as the host. Like, welcome to the show where guilters get left at the door. And pro burgers got all the evidence the state didn't want exposed. I said we are the news. Fuck Greg Hughes. Mainstream media is what they use. Prosecution team sucks and they may lose. And these are just facts. I just tuned in, listening to JJ Facts. I'm spitting facts. That's Operation GCG. This the show they don't want y'all to watch, so it might be buried in your feed. So make sure you subscribe to the purge where you may not leave. Yo. Welcome to the purge where anything goes. We got Kane B as the host. I'm like, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I'm like, welcome to the purge where anything goes. We got Kane B as the host. I'm like, welcome to the show where guilters get left at the door. And pro burgers got all the evidence the state didn't want exposed. Welcome to the purge. Yeah. Welcome to the purge, yeah.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast.
Big scary Jeff.
You weren't supposed to see that part. What it is, everybody. I am Kane B. Welcome to the purge. I will be taking care of each and every single one of you today. If you haven't subscribed yet, do all the YouTube things and join us in the live chat here, please. And every single one of you knows that Tony's here already because I showed you. And he's cool with you guys. He's going to stare out. And then I want you to forget what you've just seen. So you've been flashing things. And I will get the nerds out if I have to. I don't know if it's going to come to that. Welcome in, everybody. Got a great show for you today. We got a lot of Mews. You know, I watch stuff and I look at stuff, but sometimes I never really feel like I understand stuff till I watch Lana stuff. And man, bro, I don't know.
I'm like, welcome to the show where guilters get left at the door. And pro burgers got all the evidence the state didn't want exposed. Welcome to the purge, yeah. Welcome to the purge.
Let's play it out. Twiz is watching.
Not a test. This is your emergency broadcast.
Big scary Jeff and Shalia. We're gonna come and eat your children.
This is Paul Rudd, and apparently he had some kind of accident while podcasting. This is tragic
and see what everybody around the shop is up to. Let's go check it out.
Then what happened?
No bite.
All day on Monday, speaking with officials about the search for a man matching Travis Decker's description. Keep in mind, Nick was already at work on Monday morning in Boise. He really wasn't aware of the search until a friend said something.
I thought growing up in Kentucky made me Southern, and then I went to the University of South Carolina. There's mannerisms I didn't even know. So this is my friend Mary Page. She's from Greenville, South Carolina. She was one of those girls that was like so tight with her mom. And she'd always like put lotion all over herself, and she'd call her mom and be like, "Mama, I need more Jergens. I'm dry as a chip."
What? Jennifer Gilbo riding in Joel Mahmoud's car when out of nowhere she appears to snap, lunging at the Uber driver, dousing him with pepper spray.
It was cold and calculated and weirdly like an automated phone message. Yes. I mean, it was just like you expected some, I don't know,
There's just nothing.
Remorse, emotion, something, and there was zero.
Move your head, just follow with your eyes, all right? Do me a favor, don't move your head, okay? Keep your head right there.
What'd you say? You said bye, Daddy?
Bye, Daddy. Bye, Daddy. Love you, Dad. Love you, Daddy. Bye, Daddy.
What's good, my boy?
You all right, bro?
Yeah, these new Pepsi ones, they hard to walk in for real. But they fresh though. Look at them.
They hard. I get you that, but we about to win right here and get
We
you
about
something
to
better.
win? I hope so.
We're gonna get you some
You
Nike.
give me that Pepsi too?
You know the rules. That's a winner. That's a winner.
I think I heard a kaplunk of a winner.
That's a winner, bro. If I win, I'm gonna take care of you, bro.
All right. I appreciate it. I feel like you got a big win coming.
I do. I'm doing.
You had a pretty good run this week.
I know. I can't give up now.
Can't never give up.
They're gonna ask why I didn't get a haircut yet.
You know the rules. You know the rules.
Come on. Give me something. Come on. Last one, baby. Please. It's all right here. All or nothing. What the fuck?
Nothing?
Listen, when I began as judge on the Idaho4 case, I started by telling you all I don't want to be here. And I wasn't gonna lie. I was bored and annoyed the entire time, as my obvious body language displayed. So the fact that anyone is surprised that I didn't take the time and consideration to actually have this century's worst crime perpetrator take accountability for anything that he was claiming now he did, well, that would just make me have to be here longer, and I thought you could tell by now that it was mostly about what I wanted, and, you know, I mean, I did a lot of work for this case to hurry up and be done. I mean, I tried even arguing some of it, so, not sure what your problem is.
In there. If I put a taser to your leg, if I put a taser to your leg, like this, okay, just to show you that, like, it's working, okay? If I put a taser to your leg.
I will tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, is somebody in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. There we go.
Where part of the house is he going to be in?
He's gonna be
Hang in there, Donald.
on this part of the house.
Okay, and where's he hiding?
I would check the roof.
On
the
Move
inside.
out of the way. Move out of the way.
Abre el paso. Move out of the way. Abre el paso. Move out of the way.
You got it. If we're scared, we what?
Do it scared.
Do it scared.
I keep my knees bent, not locked.
So you got to count them down really loud. Remember, wait. Remember, stomp, lean forward. When you get over there, stay over your board. Okay?
And keep my knees bent.
Yes. Okay, count it loud.
3, 2, 1.
Dropping. Yes, there it is. Nice, up and over. Yeah.
Into writing.
When they are told that the guy who murdered their friends is this guy, Brian Kohberger, they don't recognize his photo.
Right, a total
they
stranger.
can't put it together. That's when Emily said the only explanation that she and Hunter could come up with is the story that, you know, we tell as the story of her dream, that Brian Kohberger targeted Maddie, and that, you know, she doesn't know the exact details, but that's her best.
Yo, KB, is that the name you claim? Rolling through genres, let me play this game. Rap like a madman, Eminem with the slang, spitting bars so sharp like a rap hangman. From YouTube fame to Idaho's wild ride, you're breaking it down, putting truths aside. Kane B got the purge, no doubt he's the king, breaking down the case like a YouTube machine. Kane B the purge, bringing heat in the booth. Facts on the table, there's no room for proof. Throwing down lyrics while the world's watching. Is it guilty or free? That's the question we're knocking. Kane B the purge, taking Idaho by storm. He's got the heat and the truth breaking the norm. We're all glued to this case, no one's letting go. Will Brian be guilty or will he be let go? Kane B's in the game, watch him lay it all bare. Will justice find the truth or just disappear in the air? Here's my bubblegum pop, you ready or not? Kane B's in the mix with the case so hot. Rap, rock, pop, he's switching it up. Dancing through the genres like a YouTube cup. Got Kane B, the purge, putting the story in flow. Breaking it down with humor, watch the case blow. Boom, Kane B's riding with electric groove. Breaking it down, yeah, he's on the move. He's got the purge, so come and watch him reign. Sipping on knowledge like it's truth on a train. Kane B the purge, taking Idaho by storm. He's got the heat and the truth breaking the norm. We're all glued to this case, no one's let go. Will Brian be guilty or will he be let go? Kane B's in the game, watch him lay it all bare. Will justice find the truth or just disappear in the air? Now here I am, R&B vibes on deck. Let's get a little smooth, but don't forget, I'm bringing humor, I'm bringing the sound. But this case got us all spinning round. KB with the truth, it's hard to ignore. Like waiting for that next chapter in the lore. It's hard to ignore, like waiting for that next chapter in the lore.
Welcome in, everybody. Nice to see everybody. I can't even keep up. I know Donald Ferguson's here, and he's going to say something funny. If you mind the wind, then move me to a cooler climate. Oh, what? Yeah, I bet you are helping with something. Let me see Miss Potts is in here. Slumming it, I see, huh? You guys might be able to tell by the way I'm dressed that I'm not doing very well financially. No. Ugh. Each and every one of you get in my belly now. So yeah, you might be surprised by what a weird purge it was today. I kind of woke up in the Twilight Zone, and I was like, Kane B, are we purging? Are we purging now? So yeah, welcome in. I don't know how I'm even gonna top that. That was bizarre and wow. This gets. I gotta turn something on. Hold on there, Stormy. What did you say? Oh, is Stormy coming up today? I didn't even put her in the. I guess I should have asked. Hold on. Drop the bomb. All right, everything is set. Hold on one second. Technical difficulties. We have a true star announced. We have a real rock star today to introduce you guys to that you've already seen on Dago's chat. Probably. Reality with. Is it Katie Marie? I'm in the back rooms, right? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if it's the case. I found, you know what I did? I have a confession to make. I've been putting bad juju out there. This isn't the one. Damn, where'd it go? There it is. Okay, I can double up for a buck. This is the one I just found. I was missing. I was like, I know I'm missing. I don't know if you guys have ever seen all my harmonicas, but I've got them all. I have if you go to the music store, you're like, damn, I want a harmonica like Kane's. You could never. The only one I don't have that I wish I had is that big chromatica that Stevie Wonder's got. And you play that Raspberry. Didn't you write that song? Raspberry Blu-ray. They say that song is about, well. I'll bet you're helping somebody. Alright, well, that's what Trish's excuse is, guys. Krista Nevada's here, though, taking her place, holding down the bookmark, so to speak. I see the excuses. They're just flying in like buttercups. So it's time for Mews. Meow. And we'll watch that clip again since Lucy Morningstar protest today. She probably thought that I was going to play Mrs. Doubtfire, and these are how things. Anyways, me. I gotta switch over. Oh yeah, for technical difficulties and get in my belly, please. Man, I couldn't. Okay, I woke up and it was Bizarre World. I had this wild ass dream. I was putting out bad juju, all the things, and then you know what I decided? I did that I would just think good thoughts, and good things would happen, and lo and behold, here we are. It's 1982. Everybody, I can't. Oh, by the way, I cannot chit chat with you guys anymore right now. I can log in. Let's after maybe if JJ lets me make it halfway through the Mews, then I will join you in the chat. I have to log in though, and I close the window. You guys don't care. Not one of you out there even cares. We've had some weather. Somebody asked me about the weather, but it's like it rains a little bit, so it's not really weather. They always try to scare you, even on the Weather Channel. There's a terrible rain, and it rains in the summer. That's what it does. Oh, it's a transpocalypse reality. Reality is here to join us. Jenn will be joining us a little bit later. And I'll be here for most of it. I don't know, Megs. I didn't talk to the cloned Megs, so I have no idea what you're even referring to. But it's time for Mews. Alright, let's start in Weirdland. Why not? Because that's where we live. Ooh. I'll try to act like it's not weird. How about I'm gonna put a good juju out there all over it. The stars at night are big and bright. Will we ever know why BK did it? After watching Lana today, I feel like I could top Lana. What? I've got my black electrical tape, and I could do it. You know I can do it. Even if I had glitter in my beard. These are free Biore strips, by the way. If you ever need them. There they are. See? You can see them. Oh, by the way, I do have a confession to make. The sun was shown through the window of the trailer there for a minute. A hot minute. Just a little four-square deal between me and the guitar. Right? And so I looked down, and I'm like, is that a spider? No, it's not a spider. That's a spider. It was a red spider. Or really reddish brown. But it was a tiny little guy. So I'm like, I have to deal with that. That's anytime it's red. You've been flashy things. You have been flashy things. You'll never remember any of this. Alright, let's get on with these. I'm not going to try to I'm not a one-upper. Like everybody's always saying. I'll join the chat when I feel it. How about that? Brian Koberger hoped his things would be... Oh, I just can't right now. Hold on. Today's show brought to you by... Let's get out of here. Oh, baby, you know I've been waiting for this. Hey, wow. Oh, this is how I get my buzz on right here. Today's show... Tony, Steve, report, beep, malfunction, no report taken. Today's show brought to you by Patreon. Oh. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, we'll just keep moving. I put these in here because you do these things as a guy. Twice I put that one in there. Okay, just keep rolling. I thought this was odd. We'll get back to that.
First, we offer
I might
overnight
play
boarding.
that.
Your pet will stay overnight in your sitter's...
Okay, that was super califragistically loud. Ladder. What you on about then? Okay, yeah, here's a little post from Heather's buddy over there, Miss Viviana. Lovely Viviana. And I guess she is quoting a Mike Backer by Mike Backer. And he says, I see dead people. And I don't know. But that Brian KK to TV would say parent 6 some. A lawyer of his tells that true. And I was like, well, point good taken, think me. And I'm like, So she does, you don't see it in the stand. If you're a creator, you know to look. I've lost it again. It's a dark, dark show, Donald. Dark show. I know you're typing stuff about me, and I'm not looking at the chat. Leash 23 is here. WB Service G. Go on hating me. I already sang about that. That's the happy harp. Oh man, now fuck. I gotta keep the theme going, Donald. Right, Twiz? Is that okay? I'm just saying whoever's name because I can't say TYGREFYFE. Hello. Right. Back to music. So the point is interesting that there will be no, just like with Lori Daybell, I think she cited Lori Daybell here, that there will be no face-to-face interviews with convicted felons, I guess. And here's the document if you guys want to look it over. So, I can't. Okay, now's the time to log in. Let me figure this out. However, it's a doc. So, you know. It's a doc. It's over here. All right, hold on. Casino. Casino. Can you see what I'm doing? Don't look at my password. Stars at night are big and bright. I love Pee Wee Herman. To marry a man. Kate used to be funny. Let's see. It's funny. Wait, I was gone a week, and nobody's like, "Where's Kane B?" Everybody's like, "Man, I hope Kane B don't be coming back here again with his wee beady eyes and his Shalia and Jeff clips." If you're looking in the reflections right now, I'm coming for you. Alright, bastards. Get in my belly. Here we go. I gotta get the phone thing. Don't look. This is all just so I'm probably not even gonna use it. Yes, it's me. Let me in. Knock, 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 knock. Google, Gmail, chat, controlled, censored thing. Am I? Select stream. Okay. Gretchen, always a pleasure to see you, my dear. All right then. Okay, so I gave away all the couple weeks, and we'll have more free memberships for you folks there. Love having you. Here's the link. And so, never a face-to-face interview, which is weird because it's told in the Yours of Yar that he has a tablet that he inscribes on the tablet. I don't know if he's watching the live now. I'd be watching the live. Were I him? Maybe just a tablet not connected. Today's show brought to you by Patreon. I'm going to get rid of this, what do they call it? Epileptic seizure inducing. So it might crash. That's your problem. Bum, 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 bum. I wrote a really killer song the other day. I forgot it. It was like zippity zap zap. Zip zap. You know. One of those. That'll do you. It really will. Just one. Will do you there. Right and ready. Alright. So yeah, very interesting. I spent way too much time on that. But yeah. So I'm with you in the chat then. If you haven't read this, you weren't supposed to read it. There he is. Did you see it? An armed man dressed in a bikini storms a donut shop. But staff fight back. Oh yeah, that's right. Armed man. 3, 2. Wait for it. He was dressed for success, baby. Oh yeah. Let me tell you about this fella. 111. Get out of here. Trish is helping somebody out, if you know what I mean. In many, many ways. Alright, so it's all inside jokes with us, you guys. And really not any of them funny, but I don't know. Oh, I broke it again. Hold on, down. G is the saddest of all the keys. Bikini Man came into Kane's donut shop. Operation GCD pulled Stormy off the couch, and I know that yum. Back to Mews. They're serious, Mews. Don't get me wrong. Okay, this was from Angel Great Britain there. If she's still with us awake, it's 5 hours ahead there, you know. Now, there's another thing we learned from this case, isn't it there, folks, before I break up with all of you? Send you back to where you came. Brian Koberger has 19 days to change his plea. He could take up the prosecutorial misconduct and tries a chip. I don't know what's wrong with you. Oh, my. That is my phone. It's like Christie's beep. It's not even Jenn. Jenn is the new Angel D. Detention thing. Love you. Hearts.
I don't know where I'm at.
Holy whoa. Hello. Hi there.
Hey. Am I here?
Yeah, you are. Are you She-Hulk today?
Am I what?
You're all green.
Am I? I don't know how to do this.
That's okay. I can do green Kane too. We could combine forces in gamma rays. Welcome in. We have Realitea with Katie Marie. Did I say that right?
Krista.
Krista,
No,
I can see. The chat fooled me. They said Katie.
Trying to see the chat. Hold on. Can I see it or no? Oh, there we go.
Is this Perch? Hold on. I'm reading this chat over here.
Sorry, I'm gonna try to log into it.
You want me to just read it to you as we go? Why don't you just take over the show, Katie?
I'm gonna go on my phone and watch it.
I'm just gonna be calling her Katie all the time.
Yeah, that way, so I can't see you though.
Yeah, you have to open a YouTube window. Do you have a computer there?
Oh yeah, I'm on my computer. I shut it because I thought I would hear it. I thought I would hear you.
Okay, yeah. If you can just open a YouTube window and just mute that, and then you can play along with the home game. Does that work?
Yeah, I can't see you. That's all. But hold on, I'll watch from my phone. But I mean, like on this screen, I can't see you. Like it's blank. I'm on the left.
I'm saying you can click away from this screen and open a YouTube window. If you can't open multiple windows.
No, I don't know how to do any of that. Hold on.
Just right click and say new tab.
Wait, what? Right click?
Are you on a Mac or Windows?
Oh, check it out. What do I do? Right click and do what? Mirror, rotate.
Add new tab. I'll even put the link for you in the chat.
And that'll bring me back on here, back on the thing? On the panel?
No, did you make a new tab?
I mean, if it's going to take me off the panel.
It won't take you off the panel, I don't think. Let's test it out. We've got nothing to lose right at this point.
Add new tab.
We've lost half the audience as it is now.
If you guys can see me, that's fine. I just can't see. Wait. Add new tab. I don't see that one. Right click. Mirror image. Mirror video. No. I'm not. You know what? I'm not gonna mess with it. Because I don't know what is happening right now. Hold on. Let me try this.
You're good. Just are you on Windows or on Mac?
Mac.
Oh, you're on Mac. So I don't know how to do it then.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll watch everybody from here.
Go to your file, new.
Mm-hmm.
And you should say new tab or new window.
Yeah. Can we open up the...
Make a new tab.
Alright.
Well, this is backstage, folks. They can't see us right now at all.
Oh, okay. Alright, I have my tab open. So what do I do? Open up your...
Go to YouTube and find my show. I would put the link in the chat, but you said you can't see the chat.
Well, I just opened up the chat. I mean, I just opened up your live on a different... Like, I have the ninja thing open, and then I have the tab open over here.
Yeah, okay, that's good job. Okay. All right, then we're all set there. You can see me now, right?
No, all right. So you want me to X out of the one I opened and go through this way, right? Hold on. Put the link in there one more time.
The link? Okay.
Yeah, in the chat. I have so like now I know exactly what you're saying now. So I was confused.
It's all good. I get nervous. I remember my first beer.
Well, like StreamYard I can do, but like once you ask me to do anything else, I'm like, huh? In 4 years, I've never not used StreamYard.
I purposely don't use StreamYard just to piss people off. No, I don't use StreamYard. It makes me all jiggly and it's choppy for some reason. I don't know. Okay, I've gotten a new camera since then, but
join room with camera. Wait, join room with camera or screen share room?
You're already in the room, so you don't need to do anything with that.
Oh. Okay.
Jage is enjoying this. He's like, I don't know if I should keep going to music. So what do you think about the two things that I brought up so far?
Okay.
By the way, everybody, this is Katie, Malia. What's your middle name? Andrea?
Reality with Chris. It's Reality with Krista Marie. Krista Marie.
Reality. Where'd you get that name? That's a cool name.
Krista Marie or Reality with Krista Marie?
Well, I'm guessing Krista Marie was your God-given by your parents, and then
Reality. Yeah. So a long time ago, my Wicked Witch of the West, my evil twin, the Harsh Reality, was a blogger. And the algorithm didn't like her very much, and I had to when 2020 hit, we were like bloggers became podcasters, and I couldn't use the Harsh Reality because nobody would fuck with me, to be honest with you. That was the angry blogger. Nobody could see somebody. They're like, they have to see your face. My friends that were in podcasting are like, they have to see you to understand you because you're not. I come off extremely, I guess, angry, tough love, all that crap. When I'm typing, like if you're typing to somebody and you're saying something and you're like talking about somebody else, it's going to come off like you're really like angry. And I admit I looked angry, right? And then I got shadow banned. The Harsh Reality got shadow banned. And then her, the Wicked Witch of the East was born, which was me, Reality of Krista Marie. So we had to change it a couple times, and this one stuck. So, yeah, it was the unpopular opinion for like 2 weeks. And then
see, I get just the opposite. People are like, Kane, can you please hide your face? I'm like, there's something to look. So do you like tea? Is it now? We already have a Harsh Reality here, so was that part of your decision?
No, now I didn't know there was any other Harsh Realities. I didn't know there wasn't. So I kind of laugh at him because I'm like, good luck with that because the algorithm hated me. And no, tea is because I talk about reality TV, so that's where that came from. Reality. That's where that came from.
Like, are you talking about like Jersey Shore?
We do. Yeah, I talk about usually Housewives. It's actually the Whose Side Are You On podcast, which is the podcast side, and it's on YouTube, which is my brand channel.
Wow, your accent really came jumping out. I thought you were gonna say I'm dry as a chip.
No, everybody says I have a Jersey accent. I think it's Philly, more Philly than anything. But
I didn't hear it till I knew a girl from Philly. Yeah, I have 2 ex-girlfriends from Philly actually.
Ooh.
One of them, yeah. A lot of what's up with all they're putting some in the water? There's a bunch of beautiful women from Philly.
Yes, yeah, we're all fucking nuts, okay? We're all fucking crazy. It's like something in the water. Reality is overrated. I agree. Totally agree.
It's harsh.
It's very harsh.
Wow, a lot of lurkers.
I'm blind.
Angel D, they're all just waiting for their moment till I say something really funny. All right, so, and how did you get started in true crime, Kelly?
Well, true crime. Well, it was always reality TV. I've been blogging about reality TV since 2013. And then pandemic hit. Well, I started to get shadow banned a lot. Like, I started to get really angry with the New Jersey housewives, and then just a lot of stuff happened. And then shadow banned. I got shadow banned. And then 2020 hit. I'm like, why is everybody becoming podcasters? What is that? I want to be I got to be a podcaster now. Like, we're all moving up. And yeah, so in 2020, sitting around screaming at my TV usually, or typing about things that were like, screaming at people on my computer, typing it, and like where people had to come find me wasn't going to work. So I had this. My friend goes, "You should go to meet my friend Adam at YouTube." I'm like, "YouTube's for losers. I don't want to be a podcaster. I'm a podcaster. God damn it."
Well, we're all crazy. They tell us that over and over. Anytime they mention our theories or us, we're crazy.
Well, this is another thing too. Like true crime is like our secret passion. Like, we're always reality TV in my brain, but then like on our members only, we talk about this stuff. And then Karen Reed case really is what it was just recently. Karen Reed, I would watch true crime here and there, but when Karen Reed thing came out, I was like, whoa, what is happening right now? Like, this is not happening. I was like, this is crazy. Like, and then even with Brian Koberger, I was like, Lana, you're crazy.
You know what? That is actually a unique perspective. I'll be honest with you, Kathy.
Krista.
Almost everybody in here has the same background. Like, whether we started 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 3 years ago with this case.
Yes.
Hello?
I'm here.
Oh, James. Thank you, Jen. Always a pleasure, sir. He's laying down the concrete pipe. Is that a lot of us came maybe from a Netflix special. I always say that Grizzly True Crime dropped me off here and never came back to pick me up. A lot of people follow Gabby Petito. I watched OJ a little bit just because I lived close to it at the time. These type of things. Nobody in here, I don't think, for the most part, has been as vested as they are in this one. We'll wake up and then we go to bed with trying to figure this thing out. And so, it's been... You have a, when I say you have a unique insight, because this thing is reality TV. This thing was scripted, though. I'll tell you, a year and a half ago, as far as that idiotic Amazon special that they broke the gag order with, and nobody's gonna. And you kind of see the act, though, because it's so blatantly obvious. Am I right? And
yes. I cannot believe what these people were saying, what these kids were saying, as I'm watching episode 2 and 3. We're not the fucking problem here. We're like we're the solution. Okay? Like, they think that social media, reality TV thinks we're the problem. That's the whole thing now. These people seem like we're the problem. And I think it's just like, they don't realize, I don't know how lucky they are to have millions of people that actually give a shit about this case or any of these cases or true crime in general and want to help. And I don't think anybody's out here doing anything nefariously on purpose. I think everybody's invested. People that aren't even getting paid or will do things for this case or any case. And I think that's just, it restores my faith in humanity, put it that way, to see how many people care about what happens to Brian Koberger or our rights when it comes down to our rights, and how they figured out, how they found him. And I can't even believe I'm watching Amazon. I'm like, that's what you're still giving me? You're still giving me this. Oh, that wasn't his car. It wasn't his car. Nobody's ever seen him before. Nobody knows him. Wrong year. He must have found the sheath. He must be Papa something, Papa whoever. And I'm just like, are you listening to yourselves? Like, why are it's so negative against, like, and the people, social media people, all YouTubers, they're showing up and they're ruining everything. We're the solution. We're the solution to truth. So I just find it odd that these people, and scripted, that's what it sounds like.
Well, I think, Cassie, that you'll find they've been telling us this same story since almost day one. They had a script that they released from the police within the first 3 days, and then media reports of this and that came about, and that all they're giving us now is the people saying these things. So this Amazon thing is nothing new to any of us. The only things they've done is dox themselves a little bit further. This is retro 101 for every single person in here. What we're angry about is that there's not any what's that word? He doesn't have to tell anybody how he did the crime, what he did. Stuff the police would only know. What was it?
Adjudicate or something?
I'm sorry, Jane. Yeah. It's not adjudication. A custom. I think it's a custom. And there's Jage. Let's see here. Mooneyvale, and I thought I saw Tax Max, Thunderclap. You'll get to meet Jenn here in just a second also as well. She is from the Jersey Shore area. She's actually friends with Snooki, if you remember the Jersey Shore, and JWoww.
Yeah. I live pretty close to them.
Oh, you know that? You know those guys? Have you ever seen the South Park episode with Snooki?
No.
If I could right now, I would play that clip for you. It's absolutely...
I've probably seen some of it. I'm friends with Mike's situation, and that became after when he got sober. That's the whole situation.
We have our own situation here. His name is Twizzlestick.
I like Twizzlestick.
He's a real situation. So yeah, okay, that's cool. Yeah, so all right, let's I got a couple things in Mews before JJ needs 7 minutes. Allocate. Thank you, Miss Whitaker. Always a pleasure. She's our resident. What are you? A metalhead? A crack whore? No. She is a what is it when you help a lawyer?
A
hooker. That's a paralegal.
Paralegal.
I'm teasing her. Oh, I didn't even. She beat me today in the game. Damn, that sucks. We have. If I type her name, and she doesn't type it right after, I win. I totally won. She didn't have a chance there. Anyway, so that's just a little game we play. What are your initial, beyond the Amazon thing and all that, what brought you here? What was your initial instinct, beyond the caring group?
Lana.
She's captivating. She's a very interesting person. And it's not like it's her opinion. She shows you where she cuts facts. Like, she comes up with actual facts. And she's in it. And I can't say it. She got me, because I was one of those people who was listening to mainstream. As long as I know that mainstream media, they're awful. And I know this, right? But I did not believe that it was like this bad. And it's something like Ashley Banfield. So then when you watch Ashley Banfield, and then you go and you watch somebody like Lana, we're all journalists or journalistic adjacent, right? And Lana, and it's just like, there's no way. Like, there's just no way. Like, this is this, and this. And it's like, he could be anybody, like, and explaining like why he was there. And it's taking her time to that was like, you know what? And I saw how many people cared. And I was like, makes my little reality TV things. I got you, yeah.
So messy. But yeah, but I think that, I think I don't know that he's innocent. Well, I feel like if he couldn't have done this by himself, if he did it at all. And I don't know how people can think that this happened with one person. I don't think that everything they're telling us, it just makes no effing sense. I know, like, circles, we're going around in circles about this whole thing, but like, it just doesn't make sense.
Well, Lana, I actually found her. They all get their start here, Kelly, and then they move on. And she was in the corner of a barn out in the country, and I just gave her a little saucer of milk. She's me, and she followed me home, and the rest is history. And here we are today. That's what happens. No,
that's kind of what happened to me. My friend Adam, up in Adam, he has a channel and everything.
There's a lot of. I'm sorry. Go on about Adam. I'm dying to hear this now.
Yeah, up in Adam, I was on his channel for about 1.5 years, and then we went on tour, a podcast tour, and that was it. Like, I got my channel after that, and I built my following because of him. And even though we don't speak now, but like, I owe it to him. I would not be here without him or Zach Peter. Would not be here. Because I'm a whack job. Nobody, people had to, I don't know, I guess, see who I am and see that my personality, instead of me just like, I really say a lot, but it's like, you think I'm angry or anything. I'm a tough love friend. I'm not the friend that just has I don't have time to sugarcoat anything. I don't have time for bullshit. I don't have time for games. And it makes me mad when people lie to your face and tell you not to literally believe your own eyes. That's another thing. Oh, don't believe your own eyes. Believe what I say. No, I think
that's exactly right. Yeah, I could see how that would draw you here too, Sheila.
Oh, wow. Why would I now believe anything you say? You just told me not to believe my own eyes. Are you kidding me? Should I not drive home?
What do you think about this news story here? Just to change to a sidebar. The teen takeovers. Are you familiar with this trend? Have you seen this? So what they're doing, and it's way more. It's not just irritating or annoying. It's crazy, dangerous, and scary. What they do is they go with 300 people now here in Brentwood, California. They're doing it in Tampa. They do it in Clearwater here. I'm sure in a town near you. And they just social media trend. And they message each other and meet up. And they block the traffic in neighborhoods. And if you try to do anything, they're filming you and they'll throw bottles at you. And who knows, how it's going to escalate. But yeah, this is the worst one I've seen, which is a follow-up to a couple of the crazy news stories here. Yeah. Barbie launches first doll with type 1 diabetes that comes with a pink glucose meter. Have you seen this yet?
No, I have not.
Yes. They have a new Barbie doll. It does have a glucose meter and type 1 diabetes. So I'm waiting. The big hold is waiting for the type 2 diabetes doll.
Okay.
And so we'll see how that progresses there.
I mean, that's kind of cool. I mean, to have inclusive. It's inclusive. I can say it's inclusive.
Oh, we're very supportive here at the Purge for type 2 diabetes. So we're holding out. Fingers crossed. Americans told not to drink coffee in 11 states. And I was like, what? Yeah. What? And so Florida is one of them. I'm not allowed to drink coffee right now. It looks like only half of Georgia was included in that. And Idaho, I noticed, was one. Can't drink coffee in Idaho. Who's going to enforce the coffee law, do you think, Tina?
What is it? Why can't we drink coffee? Is it
It's too hot. The National Weather Service has said that we keep inside and don't drink coffee. You might get cramps. Okay, let's see here.
I don't have here.
We follow a lot of other parts of this case here at the Purge. Vandals announced 2025 football season with 3 nationally televised games. And there they are, guys. There's your Vandal dark mode lineup. If you see the dark helmets here, Shelly, is the new look. So that was a good thing, the dark mode helmets, right when the trial's about to happen. That's a good look for Idaho Vandals. We really support them. And you never know. One of these guys could be the one. Did you ever heard of the Timmy Reed case before?
Yeah,
we'll get into that sometime.
Is it old or new?
It's about 1.5 years old, and a group of these fellas here decided to go, with ski masks on, over to his house with pipes and beat him with 1 inch of his life. But they were mourning the Idaho4, at the time.
Well, okay, so that makes it okay. I guess they were traumatized.
Well, here's the kicker that you'll like, is none of them were ever named, none of them were ever questioned, and certainly none of them were ever dare prosecuted. And if I showed you the pictures of the kid, you'd get sick.
What did the kid do? What was the motive for that?
Oh, I don't know. His dad donated a lot of money to the school. He's a 5th generation Vandal, and he was having a party, and allegedly words got exchanged, whatever those words were, I don't know. Depends on who you ask. If you ask Viviana, they say he might have thrown around a bad word. Notorious hillside strangler seeks freedom after decades behind bars despite warnings. Do you remember the hillside strangler?
Yeah.
Terrible in Washington State, and he might get out. It's
how many years has he been there?
Decades.
Wow.
30 years, 20 years.
Why is he I guess up for parole?
Because
He's
our
not
justice
he's not
system is just so terrific.
I don't think that he's got to go in front of a parole board or no.
I mean, wow, the pink trick. Sorry.
He's not going to get out.
Well, they're gonna let the Menendez brothers out, aren't they?
Yeah, well, that's different. That's a whole other.
How is it different?
How is it different?
I don't know.
Well, one's. I mean,
disagree.
one. Well, one is like a serial killer, and the other is in kind of a revenge killing type thing. You know what I mean? A personal thing, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean,
it's not like his parents are still. They're not going to go re-kill their parents. You know what I mean?
so this one's even worse than both those combined, in my opinion. The preppy parter, unaliver suspect lawyer says client's testimony key to acquittal. With very, very seldom heard words in courtroom. The attorney for the man who stood accused of the suburban Connecticut prep school lacrosse player James Jimmy McGrath in 23 revealed that I think this was the guy, if you remember, he went around with a knife at a party and just went nuts and stabbed I believe a few people, but only took one life. Yeah, there was 25 students there. I don't know. It's this guy. Anyway, so I'm trying to get through this before. Bear with me 1 second. Okay, we'll get to that. That should be at the end.
Oh.
And speaking of Lana,
he got acquitted. Was he got acquitted? He got acquitted. That guy Valley, Raul Valley, was that his name? Raul Valley, the one that's
no, he is. He's saying the testimony would be the key to acquittal.
He was acquitted. They said he was acquitted. Wait a minute.
Wait, was he acquitted?
Wow, I didn't think that was going to happen. But hey, I mean, I'm not a juror. Wow.
I guess I read that wrong. I'm not so smart sometimes.
I'm not either. I have a hard time following directions. You see how many times I asked you how to do this?
You did good. You popped right in. I had to make a whole new room for Jenn. Old Jenn will not come in here sometimes because no, it can be a fussy mistress.
So you don't like StreamYard, you said?
Say again?
You don't like
it's for some reason when I stream with it, there's a couple things I can't do, and then it's jittery, like it's a jagged stream, you know.
Yeah, maybe it's what you have. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, maybe he was acquitted. I'll put the link in the chat. Chatting the link. So.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I watched some of the trial. I watched the witnesses and I watched the video, and I just yeah.
What other cases are you following?
Right now, just I'm waiting for those four adults that murdered the daughter-in-law or the baby that she had with her the son that was in jail, and then the mother ended up killing the baby mama and the advocate that was going to meet them. There's like four, like it was like a mother-in-law and like these weirdo like four people that were like in this like I don't know
in that house in the neighborhood or whatever.
Yeah, they were meeting up with. So the son was in rehab, and the daughter the girlfriend had the baby, and the mother and the baby mama were fighting, I guess, over something. They didn't like her. They ended up unaliving her and her advocate that would have to go do these visits for the grandkids. So I'm waiting for that. But
have you heard about this missing? Kayaker, and she's missing her head in Maine.
What?
And the police are being very much like they were in the Idaho4 case, very tight-lipped, not giving any information out about it, and all that stuff. Let's listen to this real quick before Chelsea has a heart attack over here. She follows a lot of cases, actually.
Happy Party murder suspect's lawyer says client's testimony key to acquittal. The attorney for the man who stood
love a lot
accused
of
of
law
murdering
tools, too.
suburban
Like, that
Connecticut
purge
prep
is
school
really where,
lacrosse
like,
player James Jimmy McGrath in 2023 revealed the critical key to his client's acquittal. Raul Valle, 20, took the stand at...
We still have a little bit of time for that, too.
I'm playing this audio one sec, please.
In his own defense,
Oh, I can't. I'm sorry.
Which attorney...
I just want to see what the result of the trial was.
Attorney Kevin Smith said was necessary for proving his client's innocence. He was going to have to take the stand in a self-defense case when you were telling folks you felt a certain way and you were in such danger. Smith told WFSB, I can think of few instances where there would be enough other evidence to put it on and say you had a self-defense claim. Nobody ever wants to have to take another life, Smith said. Mr. Valle certainly never wanted to do that. I think the evidence is clear. Smith noted that, like Valle, he was relieved that the trial had finished.
Sounds like he did get acquitted. Wow. And his own testimony. Yeah, we can hear you. Good. You're good.
No, I couldn't hear what you were listening to.
Oh, right. I know. That's
okay. Okay.
That's why I say if you open a Windows... Do you have headphones?
No, but I have a window. I have the YouTube open, so I'm watching it like a YouTuber, and I have what you sent me the link on the other side.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry. I had YouTube on mute only because I didn't want it to be double. We'll have background noise. You'll have
right.
That's why I couldn't hear it. Sorry.
Boy is being charged after allegedly shooting and killing 2 family members over the weekend. Now, the city of Minden continues to mourn the loss of Joe Cornelius and Keisha Miles. According to Minden Mayor Nick Cox, Joe Cornelius was a dedicated community leader that left a long-lasting impact on the city. In a news conference today, Police Chief Jared McIver confirmed that the 11-year-old is in custody and has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder.
11-year-old's in custody. His bond was just set moments ago at $500,000, $250,000 for each count of first-degree murder.
The chief also said the 2 weapons were found hidden on the property, which they believe were used in the shooting.
I guess an 11-year-old unalived his parents, both of them. Not good. With a pew-pew.
Why that? Did they want motivate?
This one's funny. It's all in perspective, isn't it? This lakeside oasis in California is a beautiful vacation type place. All right.
Mm-hmm.
And now that people are visiting it, which I'm sure they had a mass campaign to get tourists to come, now they say it's totally overrun with outsiders. So it's all in the way that you have your perspective, I guess. Say it's overrun with, but before they were begging people to come, and I don't know. I thought that was interesting. Okay.
I'm afraid to fly, so I'll probably be stuck in Jersey for the rest of my goddamn life.
That couldn't be a bad thing, really.
I like the bubble I live in, so the only thing that sucks is I can't go to BravoCon because it's all the way out in Vegas, and I don't know how I would get there.
Where would you go if you could go anywhere?
Go to BravoCon in Vegas, Las Vegas in October. It'll be the first one I've missed in like 5 years.
To where?
So they get Comic-Con, True Crime Con, and then you have BravoCon.
San Diego?
Yeah, it's Bravo. It's Bravo NBC Reality TV. And it's like Comic-Con, but BravoCon.
I mean, where would you live?
Where would I live? Charleston, North Carolina, or Northern California, or here? Specific. Charleston is the only other place that I would feel at home, and the other place I'd feel at home would be in Northern California.
It looks like Kat K, one of your viewers, is saying hello.
Hi.
And,
I see her. Hey, Kay.
The whole gang here. Tarok, Ratch, a little Harbor Oak even here. Wow. I can't even keep up, y'all. Donna Salamander. Hello. This was an interesting article about Bill Thompson and his histories of pleading when it comes to the DP. At noon on Sunday, couple callers. Anyway, so we'll get to that. I know Jage's gonna pop in and scare me. I had a lot of these. I hadn't seen the thing yet. Did you watch the reel at the beginning? And you saw the interview with the Chapins and check this out. Speaking of Lana, you can't hear it all, huh?
I'm gonna unmute it as you do it. I'll unmute it.
Okay. I'm gonna play a little clip from her show this afternoon real quick.
So good, yeah.
I would be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Right, yeah.
First of all, when was this recorded? Then, oh my God. I get, yeah, it's hearsay, right? But think about everything's been hearsay. Remember Emily going over there, whatever they're repeating. Again, even Hitler said, yeah, that's hearsay. That part was hearsay.
Actually exactly how we should expect them to behave, because you're not going to be necessarily thinking logically or
I couldn't believe. Okay. So now we go back to this University of Idaho criminology teacher. Came out of blue from nowhere. And she's saying, hey, this is exactly how these two should be acting. Like, nothing to see here.
or rationally in the manner that you would, like you and I are sitting here and talking about it. Folks are not going to understand that this behavior is the behavior of somebody who's just experienced trauma.
I'm sure Dylan and Bethany see.
So what I kind of woke up to today, Kelly, is the realization that this thing, when you talk about following reality TV, was just made up. And from Lana's thing here, or actually from the clip I played earlier, they are saying that their best guess, which they've been telling us, trying to tell us and get us to believe since day one, was that his motive was that it came from Emily's dream, one of the roommate's friends, Emily. And she had a dream that he went to the Mad Greek, and that's where he saw Maddie, and she was the target. And it's the same as telling us that Dylan was a credible witness by saying, I don't know if it was real or not. I can't remember everything. She's completely wasted. And at the same time, our digital cellular phone data expert is a conspiracy theorist. So you have a drunk, pretty much teenager, who's a perfectly credible witness and can identify one eyebrow, and she didn't. And then you have now the rest of the case is based on Emily's dream. That's his motive, because when you have any detective investigating a case, you're going to look for means, motive, and weapon, right?
Opportunity. Yep.
And an opportunity, exactly. And so they have none of those things, admittedly, even now that they have a plea. So I think, I don't know what your instinct is coming out of the gate here, but the link is in your email, Jen. But do you think something's coming around the corner? That's why I brought up Angel Great Britain's post, that he still has, I guess at this point, 6 or 7 days to change his plea.
Well, all right. Let me think. So, him changing his plea, I don't think is going to happen, right? Because I don't know what in the meantime could have changed. Hold on a second. And so, my perspective on the whole thing is, I really, honestly, I don't think he was there. I think he's a ham sandwich. You can indict a ham sandwich, right? You can, because he's just as anybody who's driving a white Honda or whatever that was that night in that area, it could be brought. You know what I mean? The cell phones are going to pin in the same area. They're all going to pin. Everybody could be a suspect, and for some reason, I think they pinned him, and then they realized afterwards they were wrong. and that they had the wrong guy, and I don't think they wanted to admit it, and then they had to make him look guilty, right? And I feel like he lost confidence in his team, and he was like, look, because he's a law student or something. I think his best bet is to go to the prison and then fight it from there. Like, go and do the law library and do what he can do, which I don't know what would stop him now. I don't know if he's locked up 24 hours or 23. I don't know what it's like where he's at, but I feel like and another thing is, if there's other evidence, then why wouldn't they tell us? Like, why wouldn't we know anything else?
Sure.
I didn't follow. I lost the whole Molly thing and she saw him, she didn't saw him, and I don't understand that whole thing. And I know that everybody has a suspect in mind. I don't know what that is, but I'm pretty sure Lana, I believe what she said. I just forget how that went. I forget how we got to that person. But I don't understand. What I don't understand is why it would go this far. Like, I understand, like, if you think you got the wrong guy, try to either debunk it or not, and then let him go or not let him go. You know what I mean? Come out and say, look, after further investigation, we realize that we have the wrong person, and, you know, this is ongoing investigation. I don't understand how the parents of these people, I mean, I don't really know how Steve's situation. I had never watched his Facebooks and all that stuff, so I don't know what he was doing. But I don't understand is why aren't they questioning this whole situation? Do you not want the actual murderers to get caught? And I don't know if Brian's family got threatened by the actual murderers, because they are still out there. They're like sitting back going, eating popcorn, go, wow, we really fucking got, you know what I mean? Like, wow, like, this is easier than we thought to get caught. They're not caught.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter the facts, just as long as they get, again, their victory. They can yeah, that's a good one. That's a good are you familiar with the grub truck foot? Man, it's so frustrating for all of us, because we've looked at so many angles up and down, and it seems like everybody in that town is more suspicious than he was.
I also feel like I don't think that I don't know, if you see somebody in your house, you know it's not a dream. I'm sorry, you know it's not a dream. You go, oh my God, am I dreaming right now? I'm not dreaming. Okay, I'm calling 911.
No, there's so many things that they've tried to make us believe, and they've reinforced it with this Amazon garbage by trying to bring the people that said it. And this thing was clearly made at least a year ago. If it's like Lana said, if you'd seen Molly McMichael pop up and go, I saw him right next to my car, I'm the DoorDash driver, at the end of this Amazon thing, it would have an up-to-date feel. But everything that we heard in here, we've heard over and over and analyzed it upside down, backwards, and inside out. So it's
just no way.
Extremely frustrating, yeah.
It's like 6 adults and 1 man. He had to have taken a lot of risks, you know what I'm saying? Like, he risked, like, okay, he's going to just know that the doors are open. He's going to know that the doors aren't locked. He's going to know that, or he's taking a risk that they're not going to kill him first. You know, that they're not going to come after him. Like, there's not 30,000 people in that house. How did he know that all this was going to work out the way, and he was going to be able to do this and leave no DNA, have no major injuries on him, no slice, he's not, you know, no, nothing. They don't know where the weapon is. They don't know what kind of weapon it is. And that's it. The only reason they have him with the night sheath, I think, is because they guessed it was that, took the sheath, put his DNA on it, if it was even there, because they want to make him look like he's the guy. I don't understand why. I mean, again, like, if your credibility is not going to be locking up the wrong guy, it's going to come clean and say, look, we got the wrong guy, further investigation, now we have suspects. Because how in the beginning did they know that it was not a random attack? They're telling everybody, you're safe, you're fine, it was targeted. It's like everybody kind of knew that they're saying, oh yeah, we knew, like, oh, this guy was stalking us. How do you know it was a guy? How do you know that, like, it's like, oh, he's so guilty. Oh, once we saw him, we knew it had to be him. Why? Because he's a criminologist?
Well, the evidence against him is that there's no evidence.
Right. Yeah, and there's not even any circumstantial evidence either. Like, there's not even circumstantial evidence, you know?
Yeah, I mean, they're literally saying because his car was clean, he's guilty. Because there was no DNA in there.
Well, okay, that means he's not there. There's no DNA in my car either. Am I not? You know what I mean?
And I drive a Hyundai Elantra too, sedan.
Do you really? Do you really?
I do, yeah. And,
is it white or like green?
It's silver, but at night under infrared it looks white.
Yes, I was going to say, does it look white under infrared? Wow.
So another point Lana made was that they gave themselves up in a couple instances. I noticed one during, because there's David, and I'm sure when Jen gets up here, she'll expound upon the David Loach and the David Barev or whatever affair that possibly took place. But
I want to hear that.
Yeah, it's interesting. They gave themselves away first, I thought. Now, the editing is clearly cut to make it plot along the story, right?
Right.
When we first saw the Hunter Johnson and Emily interview, I said, because she says, oh, well, I don't think there will ever be any justice. And her boyfriend, Hunter Johnson, kind of pipes in and says, yeah, because, and like corrects her. And I'm like, man, you're a poker face. And you can see a lot of tells in the people being interviewed, like the cops and stuff like that, you know?
I think Hunter's sick. I don't know. Does anybody ask him why he's gaunt and different? And is he sick, or is it stress, or like he just doesn't look healthy at all?
Yeah, we've all wondered about that. And another thing that kind of lends credit or is related to that is when he said, yeah, Emily woke up and I was locking the door, and I'd never locked that door before. And I'm like, oh, we don't know if he had gotten out of bed with her or if he's coming home. You know, of course, you would think that anyway. So I thought
that's weird. Like,
yeah, that's kind of very weird. And
like you had a hunch that something was happening, and you were just going to make
all of a sudden they had a weird feeling. They're having these dreams, and it's almost like they're basing their investigation on it because they have nothing to put to them. And then they spent a lot of time talking about the hoodie guy, right?
Right.
And
Remember that.
yeah, everybody knows the hoodie guy, and they also had the Facebook group that originally posted the bank footage with the hoodie guy saying they're going to get you for that. What did you tell Adam? Have you seen that video before?
No, what they try?
They were walking between the corner club bar and the grub truck on the street, and they happened to pass a bank camera. And this is the Facebook group that allegedly had the Papa Roger.
Oh, Papa Rogers, yeah.
As a member, and then he vanished or disappeared or whatever. And hang on a second here. I think somebody joined us. Let me take off their thing. Does it sound like Willie for a second there? Echo on.
I heard like a little bit of something.
Their camera's off though. I don't know. Try coming back in if you're having trouble. I don't know who it is. There's somebody back there.
I mean, I believe in mediumship and all that stuff, and energy readings and all that stuff. I believe in all that. So, but I don't believe that there was foreshadowing in their dreams and stuff like that. Like, not those people. Like, I honestly feel like. Do you want to know what I think really happened, or what my theory is with all these people?
Sure.
I mean, everybody's probably heard of it. I just feel like there was something not drug related, but maybe something with the school, like the loan department, where maybe some people that work in the loan department can say, hey, look, if you get this grant or something, we can split the money. And they maybe doing something illegal with money. And then maybe two of them found out and was like, you got to stop doing that. It's illegal. Okay. And they thought, no big deal. We'll just tell these people we don't want to do this anymore. We made enough money. You're right. We might get caught. You get greedy. You get caught. And then they tried to end the whatever was happening, and those people didn't take it very nice. I don't know. Maybe they thought that these people were going to tell on them anyway, or like they were going to rat because they were backing out of the whatever deal they had, whatever money deal was going on. I don't know. And then with Brian Kober, I just think that he was just a patsy, but like I think that was just dumb luck for these people, whoever really did it. I don't think they expected somebody to get arrested for it or get charged with what they did.
Well, the funny thing is, it's a really tight-lipped town, and you have people that were there early, and we all feel like are in the know that somehow aren't talking. So we just kind of feel like a whistleblower will eventually come out, and I don't know if that's what his hope is at this point, to take the DP off the table just in case, take the rap for it, and then the real truth comes out through the Innocence Project. I don't know what the plan is. And I they went out of their way early to paint a picture of him as the boogeyman, and as these students as pretty and perfect, and so they can do no wrong, he can do no right. And we've even seen in the last few days where the press put words in people's mouths, like the boxing coach that he had back in Pennsylvania. They twisted his words, and he even came out and said it, which nobody even wants to talk about this case. You know what I mean? There you are, Jen. Hello? I heard her. Let me turn up her volume. Jen, can you hear me now? Is this Purge? I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know about Ann Taylor, but she does work for the state. I don't know if that had anything to do with her. It is a win for her, but I think if there was a plan, I don't. Maybe he wasn't in on the plan. I don't know. Maybe he's not in on the actual plan. Maybe there is no plan. Maybe they just told him there's a plan. You know. But
yeah, no. Somebody played a clip today, and Rolamod is here. He's talking about the police possibly being involved, and when you hear this when you hear the audio from the call, oh gosh, I forgot who played it. Somebody remind me. Yeah, is your mic on, Jen? I don't know. I see you back there. I turned you up. Let me see. I'm sorry, Jen's having trouble. Try. I keep hearing you pop in, Jen.
I know somebody. I heard it too.
Anyway, try going out and come back in. Maybe, I don't know. Did JJ say he was coming in too? Anyway, so they used a code. I think it was code 14, which means don't talk about it over the police radio, which they do when there's police involved. And yeah, the 911 call in the Amazon thing, they tried to say, oh, witnesses, new big bombshell, witnesses come forward to finally explain the 911 call, and it's never explained at all. They just have the same people that were in it saying stories that even made less sense. Let me see if I can find it while we wait for Jen here. Okay, she just left, I can tell, because you got bigger. Let's see here.
I'll watch that. Somebody just said to watch
So
it.
we're here just,
I'll watch it.
This is what was told to me.
100% heard the murders of Zaina.
Didn't hear anything, and so I think that Dylan was probably just like, I must have imagined it. And if you didn't hear anything, then let's go to bed together safely.
I think that she 100% heard the murders of Zaina and Ethan.
I am confused on how one of the roommates saw him, but then the cops were not called until noon.
8 hours. I don't know.
We're in between.
No, I don't know. I don't know why.
Is this the Purge?
Welcome in, my friend. How are you today?
Greetings. How you doing, ma'am? JJ Vance, nice to meet you.
Nice
Welcome
to meet
to the
you.
Purge.
How are you?
I've been enjoying the fresh perspective on the case.
Cool. I was like, I hope people aren't getting mad at me because I'm asking questions that you guys are already like, why is she asking such stupid questions? I'm just
No.
Jen, just give it a couple seconds. We see you finally now. You should come up now. Sorry. What's up, JJ? How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Is this the Purge?
I'm purging, bro. How you feeling
purging?
today?
All right, we're purging. I'm doing well, sir. Good to see you. Good to see fellow purgers.
I'm excited to talk about this.
Did you?
So, I heard a couple of y'all statements. I don't think that was a bank camera, Kane. I think what'd you say? The Adam video was released by Doug Wilson, St. Andrews School.
Right. Well, it was made public by that Facebook group. But
no, I'm here to tell you you're wrong. You are correct there, though.
Yes, sir.
And what would be the purge if I didn't interrupt you midway through your sentence?
Did you see Did you see the type 1 diabetes doll?
I did.
What do you think of that,
Good
my
stuff.
friend? I wonder if they'll have a diabetes 2 Ken. You know,
Well,
it'll come with an ambulance.
That's not fair. Diabetes got doll too. Men get diabetes. Why can't Ken get diabetes? You know? And Ken was always so plain. Like, Ken never got any play. He was never anything but Ken. You know? He needs diabetes. That's a shame. They've left him out for years.
So speaking of drug issues, I think that Hunter Johnson, he looked pretty cracked out to me. Like he looked like he's on some meth or.
He looks like.
Oh, I apologize. It looked like he was on some Skittles, and he'd eaten a lot of them Skittles.
Skittles.
They were finally off my back on our last video. I just want to make sure we're in alignment with the planets today.
Everything's alleged. Just saying allegedly. I'm saying allegedly. Everything I say is allegedly. I don't do it. Everything I say is alleged. Please.
I have no evidence to support that he's on Skittles. I just says he looks like on Skittles. You know what I mean? You just look at the guy. You know, trust your senses. You know what I mean? It's not just stress that's impacting that man's life.
It looks like heroin to me. And now let me ask you guys a question: what was the drug situation with that house? Is there a
big
drug
time?
Is it
the whole scene was drug? The whole culture was drug culture. Oh, the whole culture was Skittles references.
Thank you.
The whole culture was full of Skittles.
Selling or doing?
Both, yeah, all of it. The whole Greek culture on both campuses have a long history.
Across the world, actually, right now.
Well, when I'm
but specifically on those campuses, they got a long history in the Greek culture. The frats, the sororities, you know.
But what about the house, King Road house? Like, was that?
Yeah. All the reports I've received, ma'am, say that is a long-term distribution point for the Greek culture.
Well, that makes a lot of sense to me. Then that for them. I mean, to me, if I knew that before, because that was never told to us before, then I would be like, okay, we got to look at there's some other things going on here. You know, I'm not new to what people will do to you. If like, yeah. If now knowing that, if they were actually selling out of there and doing and stuff, then they got caught up in some other stuff.
So all the current residents of that home allegedly signed a lease. I saw a leash in the chat. I said leash. I meant lease. In June of 2022. So, and then all of them decided, the 4 folks that were murdered, right?
Mm-hmm.
They, can I say murdered, Kane? Is that okay?
I think it's murked is the word.
Murked. All right. So you're gonna drop green slime on me if I say that? Okay, I got you. So
yeah,
murked.
Yep. I'm headed your way on top of your hula burger on the next one.
So they'd all quit. So the 2, Madison Mogans and Kernodle would quit on or about August 28th, according to all photographs from the sorority. After, on or before that date. Ethan Chapin was suspended due to grades from his sorority, his fraternity. Oh, and Kaylee Gonzalez had already left school and was planning to graduate early. So why she would be not associated with her sorority seems to indicate she'd already left her sorority.
Wow. Wow. What about the other 2, the remaining Dylan and Bethany? What's their deal? I mean,
They're still in their sororities.
they're still in their sorority. They're still
Dylan's gone back to that campus, partied in that same Pi Beta Phi party. But here's the thing: she never appears in official photographs. I don't think she's an actual sorority student. I think that's one of the secrets.
Gotcha.
That's one of the things keeping it, under wraps, so to speak. One of the many elements, I think.
Was there the rumor was that there was like text messages and pictures going around. That's debunked, right? Was that actually true, or like all this was going on before 911 or something like that around? Was that all made
Not
up?
that we've seen, but you can only imagine. And she was on Snapchat and texting pictures to her dad. That's just the start of it. I mean, I think they found what was going on at about 7:30 as far as law enforcement and the neighborhood go, but that it all started at 4:00, and they had to cover something up to, and the funny thing is, somebody else pointed out, is that Bill Thompson went back to everybody was asleep until when it happened, and we know clearly from the AT&T records that that's a lie. So they just want us to go back to taking their word for it when we've already proven that it's a lie.
And it's obviously, it's not even like taking somebody's word for it. Like I said, the magic of all that is you have receipts. We have proof that they were not asleep. And I don't know, again, 6 grown adults, 1 man in 16 minutes, and he got out of there a lot. Like, it doesn't seem logical that you can't fight off 6 people can't fight off 1 person. That's why there's no way that if they saw 1 person, like, why would you be, I don't know. The way they made it sound in the very beginning is like, there's all these 4 people passed out. 2 of them are on the 3rd floor where like maybe the killer didn't see it. Sorry, the murderer. She walked past them as he was leaving and thought it was Xana or thought it was Ethan or something. And then he left, and that was it. And they all were asleep until 11 o'clock, and then they called 911. That's what they said in the very beginning. That is nothing like what the frick actually happened. And it's like crazy that, like, did she see the body? Didn't they see the blood? They didn't hear anything? I mean, it's all crazy that 1 person there's no way. He would have been chopped up probably, or he would have had injuries or left some kind of blood. There's no way. And especially the way that it actually happened, like what they actually happened to these people. And walking past it, is the door open? Is the door closed? Do you not see this person lying there in a very odd position in the room? But then you think it's a dream. The other one thinks it's a dream. It's like, what the fuck? You think it's a dream. You would sit there right there and go, am I dreaming right now? Am I dreaming right now? I'm not dreaming. Right? Even if you're on drugs or if you're on drinking or
you're
like, come on, like, you had to have known that there was something. I think that somebody, the people, which I think it's 1 person.
We have a JJ down. JJ down.
Shake them down. We're not going to hurt them. You guys go to your room and don't come out until a certain amount of time. I would make sense if they said, I'm going to murder you if you don't come out till 11 o'clock. You know what I mean? You come out before 11 o'clock.
Right.
That's what I was thinking. But then all this other stuff, I think it was a dream. I saw somebody there. I didn't hear anything. I'm like, oh. And again, like, at this point, wouldn't they be afraid to, if they know who the people are, wouldn't they be afraid to actually say something now? Or what? Like, what do you think their involvement is, if anything?
Well, the thing you have to think about the most is she's standing at her door, she's in her room, and these are paper-thin walls, paper-thin doors. And you allegedly have him coming down the stairs and taking Xana out right in front of her door, more or less. And she hears a whimper and a thud or whatever, no, I'm sorry. Even if Ethan was asleep and whatever, there was some type of horrible incident that she witnessed. So, yeah, that's, and they know that if she'd gotten up on the stand, she would have been torn apart. And the only thing I could think. Hey, there's Jen. What's up, Jen?
Oh, you can hear me now. Good.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. I don't see you, but I hear you. I'll see you probably in a second. I think that's a little behind. So, do you think we think Hunter knows, correct? Right? We think Hunter and Emily know something.
I think they've given themselves up. Yeah.
Yeah. Or do you think they just don't think it's Brian Koberger and they're just like, oh my God, like we can't even tell them who it really, like maybe it's the fact that they know who it is and they have the wrong person that's bothering them so much, you know what I mean? Or everything, I guess, all thing all together. He looks clearly bothered. Obviously, I would be too if that happened, but his appearance looks so different. So it's like almost a different person. Like the life force has been drained from his body.
Yeah, and then you got Olivia with Ozempic face over there. I can't even explain that. I guess you just had a baby and maybe you lost the baby weight.
Two back to back. She had 2 babies back to back.
Ozempic face.
And I honestly don't think it's surgery. I think it's
surgery.
Some type of addiction with Olivia.
Why did they think it was surgery?
Well, that's what a lot of people say in a facelift or something like that.
Oh.
Jen? She's muted.
Yeah.
There you go. I'm here. Sorry, I was drinking.
This case will drive you to drink.
I know.
No, I was drinking water.
Yeah, I haven't drank either, but like I feel like we're going to say the same thing. We're gonna repeat ourselves over and over and over again, right? Try to figure this out. But again, like I don't like the perception that we're the bad people, like we're the ones that are fucking wrong. Like we're the problem. We're not the fucking problem. We're like the solution here. Almost. You know what I mean? Like that narrative is offensive. Sorry, it's offensive. Because reality TV,
they're insulting our intelligence, like expecting us to even believe it. Like I just want it to make sense. Just tell me what happened in a chronological way that I can make sense of it. And then great. I'm glad he's, I'll be glad if he did it, if he's guilty, but show me that he is. Don't just tell me. Like, no.
All of that right there.
I can't think of another case where you didn't have to get the suspect to describe the scene of the crime in some way.
Right.
Because, there's all kinds of copycat people now and stuff like that all the time. And if he can tell details without anybody coaching him that the police only know, like maybe something was written on the wall, someone was cut a certain way, along those lines. JJ, are you okay?
Is this the purge? We purged?
Here's the thing. The points that Thompson made a point to specify, like when he said that there was no evidence of there being any
direct connection. What else did he say? He was saying about there being no sexual component to this. I feel like the things that he went out of his way to disprove or to talk about, those are the things we should pay attention to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because out of all things to clarify for us, like why would you choose those? Like there's a million other things that I would rather you clarify.
I would like to
know. Yeah, but I think part of that, Jen, he might be shit coating it. You know what I mean? Because now everyone wants to say that the media's still running with the sexual narrative, and then you have that guy saying, there was none of that. So all I'm saying is witness protection Larry may have been right. This is a hoax.
Listen, I that's the only thing that makes sense at this point. Because
there's no sexual assault, so that goes out the window right away. So
well, according to them, there's who knows.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
But do they also murder people? You know what I mean? Like the way that that happened. Like would you go rape somebody and then slaughter 3 people after
that? She said great.
She said great.
Great. Kane's got PTSD.
I think it's my accent. He doesn't hear my accent.
No, he heavily censors me here, ma'am. This is what he does here. This is
send him a new
family program.
It's a family program list every week.
Yeah,
he's got PTSD from when he got in trouble the first time.
Yeah,
I didn't do anything. I'm innocent.
Allegedly. But here's my big question: like all the things that Anne, came out and said, saying that he's innocent multiple times, like that's a big deal. Saying that they were hiding evidence, saying that trying to get the grand jury stuff thrown out. Like, so what? We're just supposed to forget about that now?
And
Like,
the
were
third
you
party culprit.
lying, Anne? Like what?
Were you lying then or now?
Right. Like, it's, I mean, I know that ultimately whatever the defendant wants to do, it's up to him. But I mean, how could you, if all those things are true, how could you allow him to do that? Like, she should have been like, I quit. Like, I'm not, no, because it makes her look bad.
Yeah. I mean, a week before
forget about those things.
Somebody else did it. A week before somebody else did it and presenting it, and then 7 days later,
it's insane.
It's like telling us that there's no list.
In the cases that I've followed of Ann Taylor's, she is very happy with getting the DP removed from the sentence. And that's what she did with Skylar Mead. Job done. Move on to the next one. And
I never fully trusted her 100%. There's always something inside of me that was like, I felt like she was just doing just enough to be on the record. And everything she did was just to put it on the record. But if you really read the documents, you'll see how many times Hitler was like, okay, well, you made this claim, but you didn't show me anything to back it up. Or she like didn't fully do her job. She like kind of half-assed it just to get it on the record to appear as if she was, but she really wasn't, in my opinion.
Like, why would she? Right, if you don't really care about the justice system and getting justice, it's like, why are you in this job? Like, why are you doing this job? Like,
but here's the thing: people don't realize.
I gotta say, look at the mountain she was up against, though, right?
Well, right, of course.
What with this case though? Like, come on, he's not even. He's a ham sandwich.
But here's the thing.
No, well, they wouldn't give her discovery. She filed 23 supplemental requests, and that's on the top of the fabulous PowerPoint they presented as evidence.
But do you think 12 of us are going to find him guilty with no evidence?
I think there's so many other factors involved. Let me give you an example of what Bill Thompson did back in 1999 when he couldn't get someone to take a plea deal. So he started charging that person's family members to all testify against that person.
Listen, this is what they do. 95% or over that amount of convictions are from plea deals. It's a way to keep the wheels of the justice system turning. It's a way for prosecutors to stack up these wins, because that's what they get judged on when they're up for renewing their job. Whether they're all voted in, right? Are all prosecutors voted in? Elected in? I think they are.
He is, yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
He went unopposed.
They want to have a good record so that they'll eventually a good
they would rather send someone who they know, either they know they're innocent or maybe they know they just don't have enough. They would rather stack charges to pressure, scare the person, threaten their families. Like, that type of shit happens like a lot, and people don't realize that. Like, over 95% are from plea deals. Like, that's insane.
Right?
That's insane. They keep you locked up with your family. It's like, at that point, you're just like, okay, like anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we know that Koberger contacted his folks that morning.
And you know that his mom is against the death DP. Sorry, he wrote an article in like some newspaper, I think.
Right.
Somewhere.
Oh, well,
back in the Bundy, actually.
It doesn't matter what was talked about, right? It doesn't matter what was talked about.
Yeah,
he can just say they're obstructing justice or they're accessories after the fact.
I always, what do you think what do you think's the reason they were called to testify for the grand jury for that other case? What's her name? Dana Smithers, is that it? Or
optics? So they could sell the narrative that he was a serial killer.
That was always weird to me that they called them to testify, but
there was no evidence. Even the family said that before they testified.
Right, that's right, they did. Here's the thing: out of all the times for them, the Kobergers, to come and see Brian,
right?
They choose this time,
right?
Yes, they. I guarantee they were pressured and more than likely threatened with something. I mean, listen, you dig hard enough, you can find anything. Like every one of us has done something wrong at one point, I'm sure.
I mean, yeah, I haven't since 2012.
They can make shit up too. Let's not forget that. So
Jen, I've done nothing wrong, but I'm willing to testify against Kane.
It's just like how he's not even. I mean, I wish that, like you said, if he has done something, please tell us. Like, we would love to know why this has happened. Like you said, give us a chronological order. Make him admit to something. Tell us.
Make it make sense.
Yeah, make it make sense. How did 6 people? Not and one
I hope he's guilty. Listen, I hope he did it, because otherwise this whole thing has been
a sham, and that's the way it looks.
But do you
But
think
I pray, I beg for someone to show me a story, tell me a story with evidence that makes sense, because otherwise I'm gonna be pissed the fuck off for the rest of my life. Like, I'm so aggravated with this because my mind will not let something go until I can.
It's like literally like with the Karen Reed thing. I was not into true crime until kind of that happened. I was watching, but it wasn't like holy crap, this is so wrong, you know. But that was like that kept me up at night. I was like, this is not like I wanted to go to. I was like, these people are crazy. I'm trying to find Jenn McCabe, like this fucking bitch. Like, I'm going nuts. And then thank God there's like now there's hit after hit, like good, you know, win after win after win now. But like with Brian Kroger, I thought it was going to be the same thing. And he's even more of a less guilty person, I think, in my perception, than any. Like,
there's too many. There's too much. There's definitely more than enough reasonable doubt. From what we know.
I don't even think there's even like any way to charge. How do they even charge somebody?
Is there reasonable guilt?
Arrested according to based on that PCA period. And you know, people don't realize guilt and corruption can both exist at the same time. They can both exist simultaneously. He could still be guilty, and this case could still have been handled improperly and be handled by corrupt officers. Those things can both go hand in hand. Just because you think he's guilty doesn't mean you shouldn't still be pissed off about the way this was handled, because it's not right. Because any one of us with our search histories can be in Brian Koberger's shoes, not for nothing.
Yep. And
I totally agree about the reasonable doubt, but what's the reasonable guilt that even connects him to the crime?
Right. Well, I mean, he doesn't have to prove himself innocent, but you know what? In this nowadays, you are.
You kind of have
to. No, I get that part. I'm just saying, what the state presented not even one piece of evidence to have reasonable guilt to even connect him to the crime.
Nothing. They presented not one piece of irrefutable, solid evidence. Not one.
What are the chances that there is other evidence that are we allowed to see it at this point? Would we know about it? Is there any reason why we wouldn't know about any other evidence that would make this make sense? Is there any possible way that's true? Like, could they still be hiding something or not? Like, why wouldn't we know about it, right?
I don't know. I don't know what the hell happened.
At this point, I don't think that they can't withhold evidence from his lawyer forever, right? They would have to present it before trial, I would think, right? Like, is that not illegal to not tell? Like, it's discovery. But if there's no more discovery than what they already have, like they said the cell phone thing, now it's kind of debunked. The car, that's kind of debunked. The DNA, we don't even know where the murder weapon is, so who cares about the stupid thief? That could have been anybody's sheath. I think that they play. It's just, what else is there? His sexual.
Well, here's one of the problems with discovery. The state asked for the evidence. For example, the grand jury was presented a fabulous slideshow presented by Brett Payne and Detective Meowry. And that slideshow was all the evidence to build the slideshow with the cell phone tracking. Everything else was deleted. It was all made by PowerPoint with them and presented to a grand jury and then later deleted, and they couldn't produce any of that evidence in hearings back in May of 2024. And on top of that, they used the excuse of, well, a lot of this evidence is from the feds, and this is a state court, and we can't force the feds to produce evidence that they yielded from a federal grand jury. So they played that game.
Well,
okay. Here's the thing. There was so much of a delay that there's no way to accurately determine within any reasonable window of time what the time of death was. There isn't. It's too much. By the time they transported the body, by the time the coroner got there, the 8-hour delay, that's a long time.
Yeah.
After a certain point, you can't narrow it down the way that they are claiming to be able to do. Another thing, we don't have the murder, unaliving weapon, sorry. And the coroner, she even said that it could have been 2 different weapons, that there was no way to tell. You can tell the width of the blade and if it's serrated or not, but you can't tell the depth, the length, because each wound is going to be a different depth.
It was pretty horrific, right? Oh, I heard it was pretty horrific. Like,
they needed counseling after seeing the crime scene. So,
so like, how did again? I'm sure that you would have heard all of that commotion. The whole, I heard a whimper, I'm here to help you. That's a lot. That's a problem. I would call 911 if I heard that. What are you helping them do? And who are you, sir? Why are you in my house?
Something triggered them to finally call Hunter and Emily for help, right?
Yeah.
Something triggered them. So, like,
all right. So my nephew / stepson, he lives there. He's 25. He said that late would be, he's like, we do kind of wake up late. Our friends wake up late. We would give them that amount of time to see if they were awake or not. And I said, well, what about if you had a half open door and somebody laying there? And he's like, absolutely. He said, no. After I told him like the little things about the whimpering and all that, he goes, oh shit, no. He's like, somebody in the house? He's like, yeah. He's like, if it was what they told us in the very beginning, he can understand why they would wait that long, because he don't get up till 12 o'clock if he's, if he doesn't have to go to work. And he'd be used to him and all his friends sleeping that late. But after all of the things that were happening in the middle, in between, hearing all that, seeing that, calling your dad, and then Snapchatting and all that crap, and then calling, and then realizing that there's a problem, maybe because they got, earlier in the morning and, they wake up, okay, we don't hear anything. Maybe they're still asleep. And then
here's the thing though. Why wouldn't they go upstairs to ask Kaylee and Maddie for help? Why not? Why call outside parties? Why?
Well, they weren't.
I don't believe any of these narratives, to be quite honest with you. I'm gonna add my 2 cents, because here's the deal. We know for a fact that the entire town knew about all of this before any 911 call was made.
Is that true? That's absolutely true. That is true. That's what I was wondering.
Absolutely. I know for a fact from folks I know in the area that was passed around through Snapchat messages to the students.
Do they know who did it?
No, I'm saying there was some capacity of messages being sent throughout the town, various Skittles ODs, bang bang pow pows kind of deals, Yeah. But I'm saying everyone knew the message had gone through the grapevine before any 911 call was made. This alleged now. Again, the 911 call that we're reviewing was leaked. It was not an official release.
That was leaked.
Yep.
So on the 911 call, you hear. It seems like it takes a while for Hunter to get in the house after they call 911, but then it sounds like he got there right away, and it was within a minute. No, go.
Here's the thing. Did you realize that we can hear Hunter say, "Get out, get out"?
Yeah.
So if he told them to get out and then told them to call 911, how are we hearing him say "get out" if the call was made allegedly after he told them to get out?
Oh my God, you're so right. Oh my God, you're right.
We're hearing things happen that should have happened prior to the call.
Oh my God, oh my God, Krista.
I don't know, Jen.
That's what I was watching, Jen.
I know. I didn't realize that at first, and all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute.
Oh wow, that. Yeah, that's something would have yeah, I'm watching it, and he's saying call 911. Oh my God. Yeah. So wait,
Jen, did you see that now we have 3 or 4 different folks claiming to have discovered that quote unquote discovered that grub truck video?
Yeah.
Listen, I would love to find the original source of that, because I
you bring up some good points on that.
The chat, I've seen a portion of it, but
that went away. Isn't it crazy how that kind of just went away?
Tony Stevenson was alluding to that earlier with the V. What was it? 64 V's, Jen?
I don't know. I haven't counted them, but if you watch all 4 quadrants at the same time when that VVV starts, it's there's something going on. You see everybody pulls out their phones. The two of the workers, Tebow and Luke, both look in the same direction and then look back at the manager. And then Joe Vito holds up his little ticket and he's showing it to someone in the truck window, the food window. It's there's a lot going on all at once. And
let's not soon forget we got another Mormon Mortensen in the food truck. Who's
there's a Mortensen and a Thompson at the food truck, working at the food truck.
And that Mortensen's the nephew of the Saudi royal family's in-house counsel.
So just the guy, is the hoodie guy, who is that? Is that anybody that we think is involved?
I don't know. Everyone says it's Showalter, but I haven't seen evidence of that, so I just call him hoodie guy. But
yeah.
I mean,
listen, it's Brian Kober. If he was there, just give us something. I don't. Make it not made up. Just what is the motive? His motive is what? He tried to rob the house. That's what they think. He robbed the house and decided.
He just got lucky that everyone, wasn't.
Right.
Everyone was in their rooms and the door happened to be unlocked and
all that risk. He just risked it. That 6 people wouldn't just come in and throw him with a gun or
on a Saturday where they had the biggest, it was a big party night because it was the last home game of the season. I mean, come on. Like he could have did it on like a Tuesday.
Right.
And had a lot like cut his wrist in half.
It's like he got so lucky. He's got perfect timing. He didn't get any DNA there. Like I'm sorry, like no DNA. He got nothing. He didn't get hurt. Weren't these people pretty much carved up? Like
I mean, there was BLOD on the walls, according to the coroner, to Captain Mabbott.
One person get away with this. I know they got him 2 weeks later, but I'm sorry. Did they not check his body for scars or healing things that are healing? Or like, I'm sorry, that's a fight, a knife fight. He brought a gun, or no, he didn't bring a gun to a knife fight. Like he literally would have gotten. I don't understand. I don't get it. They don't even know how it happened, and I just still will never believe that one person did it, because you have to know what's going on in that house to be.
You'd have to have someone on the inside. Period.
Saying like, yes, they're all in their rooms, and this one's passed out, and yes, I'm gonna unlock this bottom door, or whoever this person went in.
Yeah.
Well, here's a good question for you, ma'am. How do you think they kept anyone from coming there to party that night?
Right.
The party was over. I thought they had a party earlier that night.
Oh, they had parties nonstop at that home, according to the body camera footage from previous parties. It shows folks coming and going. The occupants of the home not there.
See,
but all of a sudden that night they didn't. Like, yeah, right. Come on, I highly doubt it.
So yeah, that night the party was gone by 2. What was it, 1:30 or something? The party was out of there or something like that.
I don't know.
Supposedly there was no party that night. Supposedly all occupants were at other parties that night.
Yeah, allegedly.
Oh, so maybe they were at another party that they left. I heard. Like I really okay. Yeah, well, so it is true that house was like a house that people just went in and out of. Like if Xana saw a random person, it wouldn't. I'm Xana. If Bethany or Dylan saw a random person, it wouldn't really be that big of a deal. Is that what they're? Because it's a party house.
For sure, and you can see that from the September body camera footage. Folks coming and going from that home and no occupants of the home.
Also, it was Thanksgiving too, though. A lot of people probably went home after the game, maybe, or no, maybe.
I mean, I'm sure people were drinking. I
doubt it, because Pullman had Parents Weekend that weekend, and they had a number of sporting events, including the football game on U of I. So not only was that place just full of all sorts of outsiders from both campuses and both towns, you know, I suspect they knew exactly where Brian Koberger was at all times of that night, because he was probably working some sort of traffic control duties for the Washington State campus and all the Parents Weekend.
And how we can find out that John O'Keefe walked 47 steps westerly into a house, but we can't tell us exactly where Brian Koberger is, exactly where this person was. By their cell phone data, right? Because if you can find out where this person is, it's not that far of a stretch to figure out where everybody else was, right? Why aren't we finding out where all these people were standing, running, jumping?
We don't know the time frames, locations, or chronology of events of any of the parties that day.
Hopefully the cell phone data should tell us, right? It's a murder of 4 people. I'm sorry, a murder of 4 people. I'm sorry. I think that that's a reason to get the evidence of people's cell phones. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that we saw in and out of that house, including Brian Koberger. Like, okay, he pinned on a tower. So did 30,000 other people.
He could have been home. It's a 27-mile radius.
And he lived 9 miles away.
He could have been home.
Yeah,
could have been home. I mean, that's what's crazy to me.
And he drives a white car, a white Honda. So that wasn't the car they were looking for in the beginning. It wasn't the year. He had the wrong year. He had not the goal for.
If they had a description of the unaliving weapon from the chief, if they had a description of the perp, if they had a description of the car, they should have asked the public for help from the very beginning.
No, we're the problem, remember? Did you hear how much we're the problem? We're the problem.
So I don't know if you guys caught the beginning of the show there, and I played the clip from the fellow that wrote the book, and in it, their big boom is that the victim's friend, Emily Allant, had a nightmare after the atrocity, and that's their big lead on this book. It is a dream. It's like we're living in this fantasy world that they made up, and they won't change their story. This story was written in stone. No matter what we come up with down the road, you know, and they got the blinders on, but then they say they turned it around on us that we have the blinders on. You guys are right.
No, people tell me not to believe my own eyes. I'm not going to trust you any longer, right? I believe my eyes. I believe
Absolutely.
critical thinking.
No, that's important to believe your own senses for sure, ma'am. Is this the Patterson book? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, this guy.
Yeah, he co-wrote it with some British lady.
You mean to tell me Jeffrey Epstein's neighbor, who wrote a book about Jeffrey Epstein with Jeffrey Epstein's friend Bill Clinton, you mean to tell me that this guy is then suddenly the source of information on the Idaho4?
Well, you heard that there's no list,
I wouldn't
right?
call it information, but yeah.
He never did any of that. Remember, guys.
He conducted 300 interviews for this book, and he got a general consensus of what everybody was feeling. So we're down to guilt by feelings and nightmare dream.
Listen.
Yeah, I only deal in facts, so.
This is like Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, right? Like, we don't know where we started. We don't know where we're going to end up.
Exactly.
That's what it is. It's like you don't know where we're going. Where are we going with it? Like, we don't know where we're going to end up. We don't know where we're stopping. We're like out of the board. It doesn't make any sense. Like, it is. It's crazy. And
did you guys watch the Amazon thing?
I just got done watching.
Yeah. I watched the first two, and then I listened to Lana on the third and fourth.
I have to rewatch it because, like, my ADD
really, they all think that we're the problem.
I feel like they were like trying to hold back like a laugh like so many times. Like I don't know.
Well, allegedly they were saying that somebody dressed up as students and went into the dorm rooms.
Yeah. I think someone did do that, but I don't know who. I feel like I heard that.
I mean, it's called investigating. You have to pivot a little bit sometimes. If they don't let you, if you really want to, even if like that's like, I'm sure we all look like young enough to be citizens. I don't know who actually did that, but like that's not a bad idea if you really want to see what it looks like. Because remember, they knocked down the evidence, so they knocked down the crime scene. So it's like,
well, let's unpack that idea there real fast. Why has there been no leaks from the town or students on this case?
There might have been. I mean,
there could be serious repercussions for going against UI's best interests. If you read the code of conduct for the students, they can literally revoke your degree after you've graduated already. It's very vague on purpose. One of the reasons literally says against university best interests or something to that effect.
Well, I'm sorry, like
they keep it vague on purpose, and it's up to them to decide if you.
Well, fuck my goddamn diploma. I don't give a shit. Like I don't care about my degree.
I mean,
you're going to tell me not to be honest and not help people. I don't get that. I'm not going to just not.
I don't get it either, but I could see how some people be like, you know what, like, who's going to believe me?
Well, yeah.
No one else is speaking, and give up everything that you've worked for just to be called a liar, basically, because no one's going to believe one person.
Yeah.
These kids are like programmed, honestly, especially in the frats. They get programmed to be this intense loyalty, and it's psychological programming. It's
loyalty to like your student body, like loyalty to your peers, like loyalty to, I'm sorry that if they were doing something they weren't supposed to and they were trying to stop it, that's just something that kids like, that's a fuck up that they were trying to fix, and then that people weren't happy with them leaving the situation, whatever was happening, like why, it's very, very, it's overkill. Like it's just
to an extent though, I could understand them wanting to believe that these people were invading their town and that they just want their own police to handle it. They've got everything under control, when clearly they're keeping everyone in the dark and they're lying about almost everything, and yet the town is horrified, allegedly, that people are coming in from all over the country. They couldn't understand it, allegedly.
And they don't want us to solve it. They don't want us to talk about it. So, all these YouTubers, all these YouTubers are so horrible. They were doing it for clicks and views. You know what? Lana was doing it for free. Lana was sitting up all night long, still racking her brain.
If I may weigh in onto this, this was all done intentionally. This was all done intentionally from moment one, when the Moscow PD and the Idaho State Police are going to their little pulpits in November and December of 2022 and telling folks, oh, we're going to go check into this murder in Oregon. Oh, and we're going to go check into this car in Oregon. Oh, don't pay any attention to conspiracy theories a couple weeks later, right? So they generated conspiracy theories and then told everyone not to pay attention to conspiracy.
Because we went and saw, like, what they told us, the conspiracy, what they told us, we ran with it and tried to figure it out how it could possibly.
Precisely. And then they slapped everyone's hand and said, no.
Yeah. You're right. And they want us to literally go away. Like, okay. Like,
oh, for sure.
But why? Why would you want that?
Have you ever seen a case with no press conferences? An ongoing matter for years and not a single press conference.
There's no press conference for this ever?
Now, the last time Moscow PD did a live press conference was on November 24th. They cut off all independent interviews with one-on-ones on December 30th.
Why though? Why?
Precisely
why. Why don't they want the community's help? Like, they really believe that Brian did it. Then tell us how he did it. And
right.
We are the Commonwealth, or not the Commonwealth. We are the people. You know, we the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to tell us,
for sure.
Like, don't tell us something that doesn't make sense. Because now you do have social media, you do have YouTubers and bloggers, whatever. I hate to call us that, but, like, you know, we're a mock jury. We're a mock, you know, everybody can, you know, in the middle of vacation, want to see what people are thinking and get perspectives. If you've watched Karen Reed's team, they say, thank God for you guys. You know, even you guys, like true crime people that literally do this every day and want to talk about it. They're lucky to have us. Like, we are part of the solution, not a problem, you know, because we have a bunch of people getting different perspectives and, like, trying to figure things out. Logical deductions. Okay, well, that doesn't make sense because I know this. Okay, great. I mean,
you're making some excellent points, ma'am, and that would be true if this was an objective case with an objectively done investigation, but that's not the case here. And I think what we're learning through this, what I'm learning, is this is a problem ongoing in Idaho, specifically Latell County, with cases just like this. I'm not saying the implications around this case are the same. I'm saying the manner in which it's prosecuted, right?
Well, listen, I feel like after Karen Reed, they're starting to realize that, like, we are not a problem. Like, we're starting to actually, like, you know, they could benefit from us. Why wouldn't you want a lot of other people looking at cases? This case in particular, I get it. Like, but a lot of other cases, how many times have you heard, thank you for doing this? Like with Karen Reed, a lot of people were, you know, figured things out and they're like, oh, thank God. And keeping it relevant and keeping it in the press. And I think the more that we talk about it, it gives them more pressure to solve things. You know what I mean? Like with Karen Reed. A lot of people were like, yo, like, guys, like, this is crazy. I don't think that she was not guilty because of all the everything, everybody started to support her. She's factually not guilty. It's just an outrage for people who are like, holy crap, this is so obvious. And then to know that there's other people out there that did it. And that's what this case, I'm sure a lot of people know who actually really did this. If it wasn't Brian, I'm just saying, this is my opinion, not facts. Don't take anything I say as opinions. I mean, it's facts, that's all opinions. It's speculation and all that crap. So if, you know, now I lost my train of thought when I said that. But
well, have you ever seen a case where they didn't put up a reward?
No. I'd say, like, that's another thing. Like, I thought, oh my God, they're never going to find these people. Like, this is free. Like, when it's first, like, very first happened before even Brian. But again, I was doing my thing. So I was watching mainstream media here and there. And I was like, oh, he's got to be guilty. Like, why would they even pick this guy out of the hat? Like, he lives so far away. He must be, something's connected to him somehow. But then it's like, what? Wait, like, how many years later? I honestly thought that he has already been at trial. And then when Karen Reed came and I started watching Lana, I was like, she's like, what? Wait to hear about the Brian Kruger. I was like, oh, he's guilty, right? She's like, no. And I'm like, you're crazy. He's guilty. You're crazy. She's like, no, seriously, just wait. It's going to be literally Karen Reed times 10. And I was like, are you serious? She's like, it is wild. It's wait. And I watched her and I was like, wow. Like, I thought if anybody could convince me, it would be Lana, because Lana goes on facts and evidence and you know what I mean? I know she has her theories, but she also bases them on facts, in my opinion. You know? So it's like,
no, she puts together some interesting facts for sure. I've caught some of her shows before.
I mean, honestly, she's very passionate about it, and she cares, and she does it for free, except, you know, her YouTube channel. But, like, you know, it's not like the defense is paying her, but it's nice to see that people give a shit, and I feel like that's why we're not the problem. You know.
Well, let me ask you guys something as a collectively.
Nope.
Where do we go from here? Since we know he's not going to change his plea, and what we know that they're not telling the truth, and we're not going to all of a sudden just start believing them when they literally purged themselves in the last hearing. with there's no consequences for the leaks. This leak, a lot of, to speak of Lana, she pointed out that this would have totally broken the gag order. Yet it was scheduled and fully ready to come out right before the trial. You have the somebody that was involved with the PCA itself, the Wazoo police chief talking in an interview on it. How is that not a violation of the gag order?
Okay, so I thought the gag order was after that, but like, who actually? So why is it a big deal that things were leaked? Like, why can't? What was the big deal? Why would that? How would that hurt the case? The things that were being leaked? I don't know. I'm just asking. Like, I don't know what. It was such a big deal. Was it really that big of a deal that things were leaked? I mean.
Oh, the state didn't care about that. That was all for optics.
Such an act.
Like, who cares? It's like, they made such a big deal out of it, and I'm like, well, who cares? Like, they're just putting out honesty. Like, they're just. And then the gag order I thought came after that, but like even to the gag order, why don't you want?
Well, the reason why they did the leak thing was to give validity to these documentaries that are coming out, Datelines, Amazon's, the books that are coming out, because otherwise no one knows anything about the case. So if the court says this stuff was legitimately leaked, then that means those details are accurate.
Well, come watch YouTube, people, and you'll get all the facts, like the actual facts.
Well, that would be nice, but I don't think many folks are past that magic show, man.
I don't know. I know right now it doesn't seem like it, but like I've watched the social media, over the years, in mainstream media, that they're done. They're absolutely done. It's like they're done. It's dwindling very fast, and we're becoming the new mainstream media. We are actually truth tellers. Like even just the people.
Oh, I don't disagree. I don't disagree at all. I mean, it's
to become more of people's mainstream media. CNN and Fox and MSN, their numbers are so low. Our numbers are better than theirs. So,
well, you have people coming over like Anjanette Levy that are trying to pose as regular old YouTubers, but I was following her for a little bit, and I caught one of her little shorts the other day where she's reading the thing. Oh, he ordered the knife, and it was a Kbls and all this stuff to his home, and then I'm like, did it have a Marine Corps logo? Do you know that?
What's the significance of having a Marine Corps logo to Brian? Like, why choose to get the one with a Marine logo?
And how do we even know that's a murder weapon anyway?
Exactly. We don't.
So who cares if you ordered that from Amazon? I think they made that up.
It could be nothing. I mean, more than likely it's nothing. It could be one of the residents. Could be Kaylee or Maddie's. They went to these like outdoor music festivals, like the Gorge, and Steve even said that Kaylee would buy like a little, like camping stuff.
And how about
why wouldn't you want to have a tool like a Kbls if you're going to be in somewhere remote camping overnight? You would definitely need one. It could be
theirs easily because they thought something bad would happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That could have been theirs because they had an inkling that something bad could happen, just like somebody locks the door for no reason. Or they were doing something nefarious and they thought, let me just have this as protection. Duh. That could be there. That could be why that weapon was there. Or that sheath was there. The sheath, that's it. It was a sheath, right?
Yeah, it's we don't even know, like you said, we don't even know that it's the weapon that was used. I mean, period.
It's like literally a grand jury.
JJ, let me direct a question to you real quick. Sorry, Katie. Do you think that they'll release an unredacted all the stuff from the gag order, or will it still be? And so, what part B? What do you think they've collected? Do they have video from the streets that we haven't seen, and these type of things, or do you think it'll still be redacted?
Is this the purge? We purging?
JJ can't even get it.
Did you just two-part question me, sir?
I put a subtext on that, yes, sir.
I don't suspect we're going to get one more iota of information, data, videos, in the house, outhouse, barn house, hen house, etc.
In a 15-mile radius.
In the radius of America.
Mm-hmm. You mean just like Jeff Epstein?
He did ask if there was any reason that he shouldn't release the gag order, and then he turned it around and said, do you object? And nobody objected, but nobody offered a reason why the gag order shouldn't be lifted other than, well, we should just wait till after the sentencing for whatever reason. So it does seem like there's interest.
You know just as well as I do that Hitler signed up. You know just as well as I do, Hitler signed us all up for the Friends and Family program. Told us all to go fuck ourselves. He's not going to do any. That was all for show. He's not going to release anything.
Well, I mean, is it unfair to not release it? You know what I'm saying? Like, why redact this stuff? If you tell me that this man did it and we're trying to make sense of it because we're citizens. Why wouldn't we be scared? We don't believe this guy really did it. We think just murderers are still out there. Why can't you give us the stuff that's going to make us feel safe? Like, okay, show us why he did. Show us the rest of whatever you have, because if they don't give a fuck, right? But like they should, because we're the people. And do you really want people to leave your town because there's, corruption going on? I mean, I don't know if people care. It just seems like maybe that small little group of a couple mile radius, it seems they know what happened and they don't want to talk and they want to just go away. And everybody's okay with what happened. And they're okay that the wrong person's behind bars because they know who really did it. And, maybe these people are never getting caught. But like, for some reason we care. Like this is happening way too much. It's like one after the other. Like, I can't believe that this happened one after the other with Karen Reed and this almost at the same time, where we're like, oh my God, what's going on? Like, is this really happening, or are we crazy? Do we know too much? No,
it does seem that he got to the point of desperation, whereas JJ says he knew that he didn't have a chance in an Idaho courtroom, but the queer thing about it is that it happens just as the state's case is completely showing itself and entirely falling apart. So the question of why kind of comes up a little bit, right?
I mean, didn't Steve say, like, they had a weak case. They did this. They wanted it to go away. They didn't have any evidence. It was a weak case. He said it, and it's like, at least he sees why they did this. Like, they were like, oh crap, we can't let anybody see this. Let's hurry up and plea out. Like, but like, he still has to sleep at night. Like,
has anybody heard anything about chasing the van, with him chasing the van since that came out?
Chasing the van?
Oh, allegedly he chased BK's van down after the hearing and yelled at him.
The one he's in? The one he's like shackled in and all?
Yes. The one he transported from the jail to
he needs to be arrested then. Maybe he needs to get arrested or something. Chill out, bro.
Have you guys heard anything, or?
I don't know.
I haven't heard that.
But I mean, I don't know what he means by that. We know what time. We know when you flew in. Is he trying to say like maybe they flew in more than once and helped Brian, or he means like they got there before? You guys knew that there was going to be a plea before we did. Is that what he meant? Like, what did he mean by I know what you did, or I know what you guys? I know your flight records. Like, what did that mean? Do we know? Like, we know when you got here, to his parents, to Brian's parents. Like, what significance does that have? He knows when they were here. He knows when they flew in.
It's just funny how all of a sudden now Steve wants to talk about all the valid points that everyone else has been talking about, such as the possibility of alternate or additional perps, depending what you believe in. All these issues and red flags, and it's like, now you want to talk about it, Steve? You have this platform available to use it for a good reason and get justice for these victims, and he chose to spread bullshit, literally lies. He was talking about things that didn't even make sense,
right?
Like shipping Brian off to Guatemala and kill like all these things that were like, what?
You know what?
Like, what are you talking about? Like, what?
He's probably now, because he realized once the state was done with their case, they probably literally have ghosted them.
He's gonna have to give back all that GoFundMe money, because now he's not going to trial. That's why he's pissed.
Well, allegedly they're returning the money, but
what?
Yeah, he might feel betrayed and start taking the other side. I don't know. But
well, you know how he
They
said
might just completely ignore him after this. They want him to go away. They want the case to go away. They don't want anybody.
they used him. They
Yeah.
used him. I guarantee that's what happened. He said in an interview that he felt used, and I think they took advantage of this gag order and used Steve as a mouthpiece. And
promised him the world and said, "Look, we're not going to. We have everything. We're just not releasing it." They probably sold him a fucking pot of gold and gave him shit. You know what I mean?
But then again, I mean, it got to the point where, like I said, he was just spreading blatant lies. So at first I was like, okay, like he's being manipulated and
grief.
Right. But then it got to the point where I was like, this can't, like, I'm sorry, like nobody can be this
blind,
clueless.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's like not at this point. Like, Steve, please tell us why you don't. The logical, critical thinking. Where did it go? Like, why do you think that Brian's there? Like, why do you think it's Brian? Do you not think it's now that the state has said screw you? Like, we're done with this. Like, basically, probably, we got to get sentencing. But like, I don't think they're selling him anything anymore. It's done with, right? So now he's like, he thought that they were going to continue to be his friend, and yeah, we got you, Steve, and it's not. And now he's like, oh crap. Now he only has us, or he only has our theories or whatever. And it's like, don't come over here now and be like on our side. Like, I get it, but like, it's been 3 years and you are threatening Brian's life. But now you think there's alternative suspects. What would happen? Like, I
So
don't think
Jen, you had a theory, and they talked about it a little bit with David Loach and David Barista or whatever. We were talking about the other day. Do you remember that? And
yeah, I kind of remember you talking about. Well, David B's mom works at Gibbons Pursley, I believe. I'm like 95% sure that she works there, that's the law firm that was the registered agent for the gift deed for 1122 DUI, and also Hippler used to work there. That's a huge conflict of interest as well. I mean, I don't know.
Can they reverse? Can they like take the? Or if that's a conflict of interest, right? Like,
it sounds like one to me.
yeah. I mean, the judge. It seemed like Hippler in the end was like, "Are you sure? Like, we have to prove you guilty." Did it seem like he was starting to be like, "What the heck? Like, what is going on here?" You know what I mean? I don't know. Like, I don't think he thought that it was okay. I don't think he wanted Brian to take the plea. I really don't.
I think he did. Listen, that court is backed up.
I might lose power here.
Her dockets are backed up between COVID and then
my lights are flickering.
You have all these.
Are you okay?
They've had big cases there. They had the Vallow Daybell case. They had Ammon Bundy. I think there was a case there. There was another big one, but they've had some really, really public interest cases that have been held at that court, and they were already behind it for COVID. There was an interview I saw from maybe 21, I think, or 22, and they interviewed Hippler, and he literally said that it probably would take them till 2025 to get caught up with everything that was backed up from other dockets.
Can they move it then? Move it.
They're just in a rush to just get things moving. Come on, we gotta keep going.
For sure.
That like leaves everything open for like later problems down the line.
Yeah, you think,
right? Well, Massachusetts, that's falling apart because of all their lies in the last couple of years to just get things done, right? Or just to move things along.
Yeah.
It's all coming back to bite them.
That's why they offer plea deals, because they're just trying to keep things moving.
See, when I was caught. I knew I was guilty. I was like, there was no denying it. I didn't even try. I knew we were in trouble. Like, I knew for a long time I was going to get caught. Like, I knew it. But they have a 98% conviction rate here. Obviously, I had the Southern District of New York. But, like, I knew I was caught, right? So there was no... It's so hard to sit with a bunch of investigators interrogating you and to lie to them. It's almost, for me, it's almost impossible to lie to them. You know what I mean? It's just so intense. And like, like somebody that's not guilty to have to sit there and it's like what he had to go through, and he didn't even, I don't think he did anything wrong. I just thought he thought, I'm not guilty. There's no way they're going to keep me here. Like, I didn't do anything. Sure, I'll go with you. I didn't do anything. That would be me. Like, oh, sure.
So we did get one little bing piece of information out of this Amazon garbage, is that Hunter Chapin says that Xana and Ethan left his room at 9 o'clock. Now, it's got to be important that where they went from there and what happened, because they're leaving it out as much as possible. You know, and of course they don't talk about the dog in any regards at all. Let me give JJ a chance to speak, because I know he has some impressions, and everybody's excited utterances right now, and I appreciate you. Thank you all for being on. If this is your first time to The Purge, please hit that subscribe button, smash that like. It's right down there. It just takes 2 seconds. I appreciate it. We got a great panel tonight. Hopefully Twiz will be joining us here in a minute. I do have flickering lights. There's all kinds of lightning outside right now, so I'm just warning, if the stream goes down, I will pick it right back up. So hang out if we drop out. Thank you. But JJ, I gave you 15 hula burgers. I need a word out of you, bro.
Is this The Purge? You purging?
I sent you the link. Did you watch the documentaries? Did you feel there was any need?
Sir, I told you I was not going to click on your spam links of midget porn, and I stick by that statement.
Fair enough. Pretty much equal to an intellectual value.
You know, I caught some bits and pieces here and there. I don't, on the Twixters. I don't care to fill my brain hole with propaganda. But here we go on this fellow right here. Look at this guy. So we were talking about Patterson before. He's you know, next door neighbors of Jeffrey Epstein. You know, the guy that didn't traffic anybody, and he wrote a book with Bill Clinton, old Jeff's buddy. So we also know that Jeffrey Epstein was buddies with Leon Black, who was friends with Scott Green, and this is Scott Green's son, Nick Green. He took over for Kappa Alpha Kappa Lambda in the wake of Caden Young resigning in March of 2023, shortly before Caden Young met his early demise from a hot shot.
Right.
Can I say something real quick? Based
Yes,
on
ma'am.
the photos on Facebook on Scott's wife, pictures of their son and daughter, it doesn't look like the same person to me. I just want to put that out there. So I don't know, JJ, if you've like looked into it and have like seen for a fact that that's his son. That's what I always thought. But then I looked at the picture and I'm like, is it?
I can verify this much. Someone sent me this the other day and was pointing out my oversight in the matter. And I said, all right, fair enough. And I do know that his son is Nick Green, and he meets the same age. So I
know,
don't
right.
know.
I know his name. The names are the same and the ages fit, but the pictures are different.
Well, I will look further, but the ages and names are correct.
100%. I agree.
The addresses seem to match up in public databases, but I'll look further. I didn't look at any pictures, so that's a good point.
Yeah, check on Facebook on Scott's wife, Gabriella or something like that.
Well, I think Nick Green there was. I heard he was the butt chugging champ of you know, Alpha Kappa Lambda of 2023.
What? Okay, another
family tradition.
What other impressions do you have right now, Jage?
Those are my impressions. We again, time and time again, I think I sound like a broken record. We get focused on the distractions in these matters and not paying attention to what the known knowns are, to quote Donald Rumsfeld. You know, to think like to look at psychopaths and understand how they operate, you got to look at their comments and their mental processes. And you know, Donald Rumsfeld's talking about known knowns. Well, these are some of the known knowns we keep seeing. Why do we keep seeing patterns around Epstein revolving around this matter with James Patterson now?
It seems like it's a big piece of beef jerky for other creators to chew, and I keep bringing it up.
If you got beef jerky, sir, and you're holding out on me and just give me hula burgers, I'm gonna riot, dude. I'm gonna riot.
I've got the Sasquatch ones, but yeah, no. What was the other take I had? Go on, JJ. I'm sorry.
Well, I saw some comments earlier talking about the Betty's Ball. Jen's pointed out how that happened on a different date. I saw some comments.
They showed a picture of it, which is weird because it literally has a banner that says Betty's Ball. So,
but listen, the photo could have been from the actual. Okay, every other year their events happen in the spring. I think it's in April, and then September, beginning of September. So every year these Greek houses are creatures of habit. They tend to have their events kind of on the same day every year. And I just don't, I mean, there's no record of it being registered at UI, and they're supposed to register sorority or fraternity sponsored events with a set start time and end time. and they have to have a certain ratio of brothers or sisters to guests and sober people and all this, all these rules basically. And there's no record of it being on that date. Not to mention it was the last home game of the season, which is a big deal. These hotels get booked like a year in advance for the last home game. Alumni come in, all these other people come in. I highly doubt they would have booked a formal event on that date. I just don't. There's no evidence of it. The MPD never mentions it. Don't forget, they never mention it. So,
no, it's as if they solidified their story a year and a half or 2 years ago, and nothing can change. No matter what comes out, nothing can be added to it. You're not going to look at anything. They called Grub Truck irrelevant. The Linda Lane's not important. Testimonies from people that were around the house don't seem to be included in any way whatsoever. And I think there's a ton.
You're pointing out some good stuff there, and we see these things in the Amazon documentary with the Grub Truck video and the stuff there. And Jen's pointed out again the dubious nature of that video, and I tend to agree. I agree with her analysis there, and I tend to think that that video isn't even from that night.
It's repurposed because you don't see people dressed up in like fan gear, like for the football game. I would imagine you would see people wearing a bunch of that stuff, and also for the opposing team. We're not dressed for the weather. I mean, I know that people are used to the cold there, I'm sure, but it was like under 30, it was below 30, and you don't see anybody's like breath. A couple times you do, but it could be very easy to kind of stitch together other times where things wasn't published and repurpose it. There's times where the mouths talking don't match up to what we're hearing. There's a couple times where you hear like the guy at the register he says to someone, I don't know who, to grab those napkins on the floor and put them in the garbage, but like there's no napkins, and like I don't know who he's talking to.
Just on the foundational basis, Jen, you make a really good point of what's the source of this video. And now we see 4 different folks claiming to be the ones that discovered it.
Right. Not to mention, Olivia said that she spoke to the driver that Sunday, and he told her about it, right? But there was interviews done by somebody who's claiming to be the driver, who wanted to remain anonymous, and that person never mentioned speaking to Olivia or telling her about the Grub Truck video or any of that.
Now, is the person that saw Brian there that dropped off the food order, is she that person in the whatever it is,
the DoorDash driver? She, first of all, what was she doing parked behind the house in that back parking lot? If that's where Brian parks, right? That's allegedly according to the state. Why was she parked back there when she was just dropping off food?
Yeah. And why is she telling somebody? Why is she telling a police officer that, like, why are you busting out and saying, I'm going to be, what does that have to do with?
Well, if you pay attention to the words she said, and now I have to testify in whatever.
Well, why are you saying that?
Now I have to testify, as if she just found out. I listen, if you've ever been involved in the system, or you know someone who has, you know that I guarantee what happened is she got jammed up. Mm-hmm. They put pressure on her. Mm-hmm.
They need a witness.
Right, like this is what you need to say, and we'll throw out this charge, and you just take the DUI and blah blah blah. Guarantee is what happened.
Right. Yep. Another thing.
Can I take y'all back a notch on that? Can I interrupt Kane and take y'all back a notch on that? How do we know this is the driver? In fact, not only that, how do we know there was a driver? The self-authenticating records were called out as bullshit by
they weren't even signed.
Right.
They weren't even signed.
Did she really order DoorDash at 4 a.m?
Well, let me finish my point there. So they were called out as bullshit. The state said, "Oh shit, we did," and the state never produced any more records claiming that. Now they've made statements claiming that, and their statements have conflicted from 412 to 316 to, Bill Thompson's playing guitar, Stairway to Heaven. Who knows what's going on right now? Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So we don't even know there was a DoorDash driver, right? We don't know when it was delivered, if it was delivered. And on top of that, we have no reason to believe this crazy, skilled out lady has anything to do with this case or any DoorDash whatsoever.
She's friends with Bill Thompson, don't forget.
She is friends with Bill Thompson.
Here's another thing that came out, you guys, is that David Barilla or whatever was driving around at 4 a.m. And he's in his on documentary. He says, I was used to seeing people running back and forth or leaving parties, but I didn't see any of that night.
The thing. Think about it. We heard no party sounds coming from the Banfield body cam. But there was an interview Brian Enton was reporting in front of 1122, and he was like, he's like, yeah, there's something going on over at Sigma Chi. I can hear them from here. There's some party or something. Why didn't we hear anything on the Banfield camera? We heard nothing.
What time was that too? Like, what time did he say he heard that?
I don't know. And isn't David B the one that donate, or no, maybe it was Jack Kbls. They donated like $6 to all the victims' GoFundMe's. Did you know about that?
I think it was Kbls, yeah. Speaking of the Banfield, wasn't one of the ticketed boys, didn't they later murk their own father?
I've never seen, they have the same name, but that's all I can find. I haven't seen a
so that's just rumor out there, misinformation right now?
I mean, I can't find a picture of the one that unalived his father. So until I see a picture, I think it's just a name.
Is this the Purge? Who are we talking about?
Ethan Knight is one of the kids that was
yeah, all right.
kid.
I'll look into that for you.
Yeah.
It just seemed too like.
Now, weren't those kids AKL though? Weren't they all AKL?
Yeah, they were all AKL as well as.
So they all knew, possibly knew the butt chugger son.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
They definitely knew Caden Young, and they definitely knew Steve G number 3.
Right. Bingo. And remember, Saeed, that kid Saeed, he lied and said he didn't know them when the cop asked him. Plus,
well, I'll be honest with you. If you saw me in public with Kane, I would tell you. I don't know.
But listen, but he also gave him the wrong spelling of his first name. So how did it check out when the officer called it in? How did it check out if he spelled his name wrong? I'm just saying.
So
I don't think that video was legit in the respect that we're sold it as, because why would they release it in the first place?
Right, I think a lot of people.
They released that one, but not the traffic stop on the 21st, like for seatbelt. Like, come on.
Precisely.
They did it. Anything that was released or anything they told us about, basically, in my head, that they did it. I need to believe the exact opposite because they did it specifically to further their narrative.
Let's unpack the known knowns of that situation. We know that we were told that this was a random stop of underage drinkers. However, the 911 or the police call logs, the call to service logs state it was a 911 call.
A lot of people have been saying that Banfield thing was like a cover. That was the lookout.
How do we have the record, the official record, saying there was a 911 call that called the cops to the Banfield due to a loud noise complaint, and yet we see it then released footage of a quote unquote drinking incident, a stop and check, if you will.
Everything about that stop was against police protocol and common sense. You're not going to leave your partner alone with 3 unknown males that you don't know if they have weapons to go sit in your car and wipe your snot off your nose and do whatever he was doing. The driver, the undercover quote unquote, that was driving. Mm-hmm. Plus, there's no record of that vehicle being purchased as a police issued vehicle. Well, that was
for sure
more than likely a personal vehicle. There was no equipment in there. Like, what are you gonna do? Stick your head out the window and make siren sounds when you want to stop somebody? Like,
I'll do it.
Like,
I'll do it right now if you want me to. Let's do this.
Like, come on. I'm sorry. That made no
those are good points, but from the fundamental basis, Jen, we know that it's bullshit because we're told one thing: it's a stop and check for alcohol stuff, and then in the police call logs, it's a 911 call.
Another thing,
see if those cops were even on official, like the schedule, like if that was their shift officially, because they did a couple. I don't know if you saw the body cam from, I think Lana had posted it. There was a stop right prior to that and then right after. And the one right after shows the guy with the long hair at the grub truck, Hayden Villa. And he's got the bump on his head that he says was old. Do you guys know about that? Yeah.
Yes, Hayden Villa. Sure, he was at the grub truck. And he was hugging the girl in the with the blonde hair in between. Yeah. And allegedly, according to Joe Vito, they kept bumping into them.
And I swear that girl is Jack D's sister. She looks identical.
And we're never going to hear from anybody about this Joe Vito, for example, or, you know, what Hayden Villa had going on, because that bump wasn't there at the grub truck.
That was definitely not there, 100%.
So you have so many things that just get swept under the rug, and their attendance continues to climb. That's the important thing. Their Vandal football program keeps getting, and I have an article in here where they're going to re-request the $45 million agricultural grant that they lost. So the money just keeps flowing.
Request denied, sir. You're out of here.
Kane, remember the video? I don't know if you saw the video I did about Emily and her connection to the guy Tebow from the grub truck. Do you remember that one? Where he was following her and a couple of Kaylee's sorority sisters at one point on Instagram, and then now they are no longer following each other. And then I found a picture where it looks like he was at the same party as her. He also lives at the Grove Apartments where the alleged pool party was at. Listen, to that age group, it's a big deal to unfollow somebody. Like, you only do it if, like, you don't fuck with them anymore, you know?
Right, you know, you see that with your daughter. You see that wholeheartedly every day.
Yeah, I mean, it's like why do you follow me? Ugh, like, I mean, come on. It was for a reason.
Right.
And he's got all kinds of creepy stuff on his Instagram, like bloody floor mats and Japanese knives and a lot of stuff that makes him look like a viable suspect. I'm not saying he did, but I'm just saying, why?
I just subbed you, Jen.
Okay, so another thing, I guess it's kind of old news now, but the firefighter shooter was recently found dead, I believe, shot.
Yeah.
So if anybody holds any I mean, it's just like now the bodies are kind of piling up, and the mouths are staying sealed. So I don't know. I feel like...
Well, would you believe that man's father is a devout Nazi Satanist who thinks he's a werewolf?
No kidding. Wow.
Wow. Huh. We're like, okay.
He's also an outlaw biker guy, Jen. I'll send you the pictures.
Look at all the ridiculous things we found out that happened that night, and how we're just sitting here like, oh yeah, that sounds so stupid. Everything's that, like, seeing him, hearing these things, hearing the dog, hearing that, all these ridiculous things, and we're the crazy people, right? So, like, we're hearing all these things that happen, and we're like, that can't really be logical. Like, they would have to have done this if that's really what happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
right. Well, there's certain things that they make a point of stressing, and they ignore others. And most importantly would be that all these online sleuths are crazy. They've all gone nuts. They have no good intentions. They're bad people. This was an off-campus, after-hours incident. The crime rate in Idaho, in 3 different instances. This case, the firefighter case, and now this quadruple unaliving by this guy that shot up people. They make sure the first thing that they do, recent events, does not raise the crime rate in Idaho. Well, guess what? Yes, it does. It raised it by 4. You know, but they don't want to acknowledge that. They want to keep it a great place to move your family, a great place to vacation with wonderful, wonderful people in it.
Let's not forget Buddy the dog.
You guys are safe. There's nobody running around murdering people. Everybody's safe. Don't worry. It was a light-sided incident. How do you know that quickly?
How many people are skinning dogs in Moscow, Idaho is what I
want
to know.
Don't say that happened. I didn't know that happened. Oh my God.
You didn't know that happened?
Oh my God.
Like 3 weeks before the unalivings of the 4 victims, somebody's dog was found skinned and like scalped with like precision, and like the collar was like 100 feet away. It was
R.I.P. Buddy.
Not done by an animal.
Oh boy.
Yeah, Buddy the dog. They had a full. We got the actual crime scene reported on that, didn't we, Jen?
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. I have to go back and see and watch
it was
again.
pretty gross.
Oh, I want to see that. I want to see that.
I mean,
are there any organs removed from that?
There's a full coroner's report with the body splayed out.
Pull it up. Can we talk about it?
Yeah, I want to know what organs were removed when they skinned it.
Oh God.
How many dogs did they have that it's so like it's just brushed off. Like, no, not related.
No. Here's the deal, though. If that was skinned for purposes of a ritual, it's specific which organs were removed.
Okay. So, Kane, can you pull it up? You guys want to watch it again?
I don't have it, and I also don't have. I'm not.
How
also
dare
not
you,
the
sir?
vice
What
president.
kind of Bush League production is this, Ken? I thought this was the Purge.
I saw it somewhere.
You
No,
sound
but there's
undernourished,
also.
sir. You might need a sidebar.
I asked earlier.
There's also a rabbit too, I think.
I asked earlier if someone had a link to the audio of the police call where they're saying not to talk about it on the radio, and I think somebody posted the link. If you're still here, if you could repost that so we could listen to it real quick. I apologize. We got sidetracked and sidebarred on that one. But I'd like to play that for JJ and company here.
That was the best thing about Karen Reed's trial. It was in Boston, and everybody, the way I love their accents. It's like sidebar. I'm like, this is all. I love it.
I didn't really follow. I don't follow. I never followed anything really. I kind of was watching stuff about the Debbie Collier case, but other than that, I didn't even read the court docs for my sister was unalived. I didn't even read the court docs for that trial. Literally, this is the first case that I've ever been into like this. Just.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How long ago did that happen?
2017.
Is that what made you want to start to get into true crime? Did you have to wait a little
Maddie reminded me so much of my sister, and I don't know, I just got sucked in.
Really?
Yeah, they look alike.
Huh. Wow. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
I'll bet you Lucy Morningstar has the coroner's report for Buddy the dog.
I also want to mention it took 5 years to go to trial, 5 years to the date.
Yeah, but at that point, you still kind of believed what they told you, right, Jen?
Yeah,
it was just
I knew that it was who it was. It was her ex. I knew it was him. So we all knew.
Did he get
witnesses? My other sister was also shot in the head, but she survived, thank God. So I mean, we knew who it was.
Good Lord, Jen. Good Lord, I didn't
shot
know
in
that.
the head.
You didn't know that? Yeah, both my sisters were shot in the head by one of their.
Gosh.
Yeah, my one sister, the one that was killed, she was in a really abusive relationship. She finally left him, and 2 weeks later, he shot both of them.
I'm sorry to hear that.
My nephews were there.
Wow.
Holy shit!
So is she coherent and everything?
Yeah. She just
get murked in the head.
She was able to identify him then too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's good.
I'm gonna need to take a sidebar on that note, Jen. I'm sorry to hear all that.
Was that your nephew's father?
I'm sorry?
Was that your nephew's father that did it?
No.
At least he saw it. Oh,
no, that's the worst part of it is afterwards they gave custody of my nephew to his father who lived in a different state, and he took him away. So this poor kid not only witnessed his mother laying there and his aunt laying there bleeding, BLOD everywhere, but he also gets uprooted and
away from you guys.
And he doesn't really keep in contact. It's just that's a whole situation.
That's wild. So wild.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Yikes! Sorry to hear that, Jen. That's wild stuff.
It's crazy. I talk about it it doesn't even seem real when I talk about it.
I think I've heard you talking about it back in Thought Riot days, and
I'm assuming you probably had a lot of time to talk about it and get to the point where you can.
It just still doesn't even seem real, to be honest. It doesn't. It's just I don't know. It's different. The case they covered the case on Core TV and stuff.
It sounds really familiar, but I didn't want to get right.
Yeah.
I remember hearing something
Yeah, it's crazy. But whatever, it's over.
Yeah. Time. They say time heals, but it really doesn't. You just get used to a new normal. It's a new normal that you have.
Yeah. I'm just glad my mother. She passed away a couple years before that. I'm just glad that she was not here.
Wow.
See that all happen. Honestly, but it's crazy. It's just hits different when you lose somebody to a violent act at the hands of another. Losing someone that you love to they're old or they got sick in an accident. It's tragic. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that those feelings aren't valid, but it's just a different feeling. It's just
senseless. It's senseless. There's no sense to it. They didn't.
It's dangerous for women, and for anybody who's in that situation, if you decide to leave, that's the most dangerous time.
I think that maybe our darker experiences in life have drawn us to this case in various ways. For whatever reason, they've only ramped up our quest with this ridiculous plea and all that, because it doesn't change the fact that they've lied and they had no case. So what don't we know, or what's going to come out? That's why. When is the hearing, Heather? When are they holding the gag order hearing? Is it on Wednesday? I know it's coming up. Does anybody know offhand, or I guess I could check.
Is it the gag order hearing?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I thought they were.
Yeah, I think they're having one before the. I think they were pressured. Let me look at the docs real quick here. They were pressured to do it because of the. Oh wow! Every video I click on that I had pinned is like, look at, it's this video unavailable. I keep getting that. YouTube is deleting a lot of videos, and coming up here, I sent something to Lucy Morningstar on the 17th. Okay, so that's Thursday, yeah. And so it'll be interesting to see if it comes out, what comes out of it. But yeah, what was I saying? I don't know. Oh, this video is marked to private. I don't know. Anyway, let's look at the docs here real quick. This is a doc. Hold on, sorry. JJ, you still there? You still breathing? JJ down. JJ down. We got a JJ down. He must be walking Abner. Where are you, Jage? He's eating a sidebar, I think. Okay, it looks like Twiz is going to bail out on joining the panel today. Unfortunately, he has to be somewhere, I guess. Here is the new documents. Let me put this up. Interestingly enough, new documents after everything. Order sealing exhibit. So they're still sealing stuff, and they're going to have a hearing. Order sealing exhibit S1. That S1 seems to be important. It's the state's response to defendant's 24th supplemental quest for discovery. So, JJ, am I reading that right? That they're sealing an exhibit from the request for discovery? Wow. Order denying requests to video record sentencing proceedings. Okay, so they're denying the right to record, and they approve another pool still photographer. Notice of hearing, motion to vacate, non-dissemination order, state's response to request for discovery, motion to seal exhibit S1. Okay, so let's read this one here real quick, guys. Thank you for being here, everyone. I appreciate it. It's been a great panel. Hopefully JJ didn't hit his head and pass out. In the District Court of 4th Judicial, notice given that the above entitled case at 10:30 a.m. July 17th, they will have a remote hearing via Zoom. The clerk will send out the Zoom invitation prior to the hearing date. So does that sound like it's a closed hearing? If it's just on Zoom? See, it sounds like they're not...
Sometimes they post them. Sometimes they'll have them. And we get to watch it, but I don't know.
On the Zoom? Yeah, it seems like they're not taking it very seriously. Probably if they're just doing a little Zoom thing real quick and then push it to the side.
Oh, man. So this is for discovery release, or is that what it's for?
The other document here. I'll read that one. This is the order to seal.
Okay.
And it says.
If you read the dissemination order, the non-dissemination order, it says something in there about speaking about possible plea deals, and I'm like, okay, well they broke that.
Well, it says based on the state's motion to seal exhibit S1RE. State's response to defendant's 24th supplemental request for discovery filed herein is exempt from disclosure and is sealed pursuant to Idaho Court's Rule 32 G1. So ordered by Judge Hippler. Holy crap,
Why
dude!
are they hiding so much shit?
What is that? What could it be? What is S1 that's so important? Holy crap!
S1.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if even Ann Taylor knows what it is. Maybe that's the reason that he pled guilty. I don't know. Maybe that was the final straw. What do you think, Jage? We got a JJ down.
Do you think that he was a witness that came forward, or a potential fake witness that like, you know, he knew that they were going to like say that he was, I don't know, like, do you think there was something that they presented to him that he was like, oh, God damn it, like, this is it, I'm done, like, I have to, you know, like, there's some witness now saying I was there, and like, you know, maybe that, I don't know, like, I just think maybe they created a bunch of things that we don't know about to make him feel like he's really more screwed. Because to me, he wasn't. 12 people, or 18 people, I don't think would have found him all guilty. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think his chances with a jury with this would have been great, unless there's things that we don't, you know, they're not showing us. But again, it's public record. Why aren't we seeing it, right? You know what I mean? Why it should be now if the case is going to be over. So again, like, we're all going to wonder for the rest of our lives unless they tell us why he did this. And why has Brian agreed to give any interviews to anybody yet? Because why are we asking him for an interview now? Why can't he talk? He can talk, right?
I guess that's a state law that capital offenders can't have face-to-face interviews in Idaho.
Lori Daybell does.
She did in Arizona.
Oh, she was in Arizona?
She had a separate trial in Arizona, yes.
She was in Arizona when all that was... Oh, I think... Okay, so does she have to go back? She has to go back to Idaho, I guess, right? Or she already did that?
And so, okay, so Heather sent me this there, and it's the defendant Brian C. Koberger and counsel Ann Taylor comes out of the state of Idaho by and through Lataw prosecuting attorney and submits Exhibit S1 filed response to the defendant's supplemental request for discovery. The defendant has entered admissions of guilt and is set for sentencing. However, in accordance with the Idaho Rule 16, the state has a continuing obligation to provide discovery dated the 9th day of July. Thank you, Heather, for that. I don't know. I really think that Lana's point that what would have happened if the trial was going to happen when it was supposed to, and you have this Amazon leak. You know, it's mind blowing. It goes to show you that it just all seems pre-planned. I got to turn the AC on.
I mean, again, weren't you guys saying too, like, that this went so fast? Like, you've never seen it happen so fast. Like, you know, okay, plead, blah 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 blah, and all of a sudden, like, within 3 days, it was over, right? Like, isn't that very abnormal too, for it to be done that fast? Or,
well, Miss Potts was saying earlier that Ann gave up the right to a speedy trial, and the state wouldn't have had any kind of case then, which I don't think they did now either.
I don't think they did either, and that's...
Yeah, I saw the drip drop. I didn't watch the drip drop letter, but I don't know. I wish I had one explanation on anything.
I wish Brian would give an interview, because why? I mean, he hasn't. We've never really heard him speak, right?
Right. And, well, up till the other day, Miss Peterson was saying she's in contact with him, that he has a tablet, and that he said that he was going to change his plea. Up till today, Twiz said that he's not going to change his plea now. So,
what was the point in doing it, though? What was the point in doing it?
There was no win whatsoever.
Right. I just don't know. I feel like his chances with the jury would have been so much better, unless, I guess, there's things we don't know about. Again, it's been 3 years. Why don't we know anything else? Like, what is happening? Like, again, too, like...
Yeah, it's by design. It's certainly by design. When they once they set their teeth into Koberger, they never let go, no matter what.
False flag. I mean, it's probably a false flag to get us off of the trail. It's a crazy, like, this. I keep thinking, like, what is going on? Like, if all these people and these three-letter agencies are involved. Why is it to traumatize us, to keep us in trauma, to keep us in fear? Like, what is happening? You know?
Yep. Well, I appreciate everybody in my panel. I'm going to shut it down here. I thank you, everybody in chat, for being along.
Thank you, chat.
Thank you for being so kind to me.
And Krista, thank you for joining us. And I was only teasing you with the name thing earlier. I appreciate your sense of humor. It's my Chevy Chase routine. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it isn't.
No, literally, I was like, I think he's perfect. I was like, is he like, I don't know. I was like, I started to like, I'm like, never mind. Because I get called everything. People call me Reality. They call me Harsh. They call me
Hopefully, Jage will come up and say goodnight to everybody before we shut it down here. Jage, are you there, buddy? I don't know. He's still, he's having a sidebar. So I'm going to play us out with the reel once again, in case anybody missed it there. And thank you again for being here, and thank you for all the
Thanks,
super
everyone.
chats. I'm sorry. I think Leslie and Billy was having trouble with it. I don't know how to address that.
Oh, Jage is back.
Anybody in the chat,
there you are.
come in the comments so I can sub to everybody. Okay.
I appreciate it. I also Leslie and Billy, I have a Cash App, which if you're interested, you just link it like you would transfer to a bank account with a routing number. Anyway, so we thought we lost. I'm sorry you're having trouble doing it though. Yeah, we thought we lost you there, Jage.
No, this is Reality.
Oh,
I took a sidebar.
We jumped
right on. You snuck out the back door real quick for Hula Burger. But you have any closing thoughts there, brother?
No, I appreciate your all's time, Jen. Great Persian, ma'am. Great Persian. I forgot your name. Is it Christina?
Krista.
Oh, look at the kitty cat.
Yeah, I got 8 of them.
Great Persian with you. Great comments about all these three-letter agencies.
Nice meeting you.
I call it Idaho Contra. The distractions are many for many reasons, but
yeah.
lot of hood rat shit.
Definitely coming more clear.
Hood rat poop, sir. My bad, Kane. Hood rat poop. Good Persian with you.
Kids
good
go to bed.
Persians. See you next purge.
See ya.
All right, Jage. Thank you very much, man. I'm going to play us out here, everybody. Thank you for being here, and we'll be with you again. All will be told, I think, Jage, coming up on the what you call it, the sentencing.
Are you kidding me right now? I heard you reading the latest documents, dude. Hitler is going to continue on his friends and family program. You all can go fuck yourself, he says.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What do you think, Jen?
I concur with JJ.
Well, I appreciate you being
why
here,
are they
dude.
stealing the 24th motion for discovery after a plea's already been reached? What are we talking about here?
What could that S1 be? Is so because it keeps coming up, and we don't know what it is, right?
Well, if Lucy Morningstar doesn't know what it is, you're right. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I can't even judge. All right, guys, we'll end it there. Say goodnight, Jen.
Good night, Jen. Sorry, I was muted. Good night, Jen.
All right, JJ. I'll toss you some hula burgers later.
Bye, JJ. Bye, Kane.
Yes, sir. Have a good evening.
Morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes.
Later, Jen.
Bye.
Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Y'all wanted an intro? Yo. I said, welcome to the purge where anything goes. We got Kane B as the host. Welcome to the show where guilters get left at the door. Yo. Welcome to the purge where anything goes. We got KB as the host. Like, welcome to the show where guilters get left at the door. And pro burgers got all the evidence the state didn't want exposed. I said we are the news. Fuck Greg Hughes. Mainstream media is what they use. Prosecution team sucks and they may lose. And these are just facts. I just tuned in, listening to JJ Facts. I'm spitting facts. That's Operation GCD. This the show they don't want y'all to watch, so it might be buried in your feed. So make sure you subscribe to the purge where you may not leave. Yo, welcome to the purge where anything goes. We got Kane B as the host. I'm like, welcome to the show. Welcome to the the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I'm like, welcome to the purge where anything goes. We got Kbls as the host. I'm like, welcome to the show where guilters get left at the door. And pro burgers got all the evidence the state didn't want exposed. Welcome to the purge. Yeah. Welcome to the purge. Yeah.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast.
Big scary Jeff and Shalia. Woo! We're gonna come and eat your children!
And see what everybody around the shop is up to. Let's go check it out.
Is you okay? What happened? Look at the look at that.
No.
Then what happened?
No bite.
All day on Monday, speaking with officials about the search for a man matching Travis Decker's description. Keep in mind, Nick was already at work on Monday morning in Boise. He really wasn't aware of the search until a friend said something.
I thought growing up in Kentucky made me Southern, and then I went to the University of South Carolina. There's mannerisms I didn't even know. So this is my friend Mary Page. She's from Greenville, South Carolina. She was one of those girls that was like so tight with her mom. And she'd always like put lotion all over herself, and she'd call her mom and be like, "Mama, I need more Jergens. I'm dry as a chip."
What? Jennifer Gilbo riding in Shoel Mahmoud's car when out of nowhere she appears to snap, lunging at the Uber driver, dousing him with pepper spray.
It was cold and calculated and weirdly like an automated phone message. Yes. I mean, it was just like you expected some, I don't know,
there's just nothing.
Remorse, emotion, something, and there was zero.
Move your head, just follow with your eyes, all right? Do me a favor, don't move your head, okay? Keep your head right there.
What'd you say? You said bye, Daddy?
Bye, Daddy. Love you, Dad. Love you, Daddy.
What's good, my boy?
You all right, bro?
Yeah, these new Pepsi ones, they hard to walk in for real. But they fresh though, look at them.
They hard. I get you that, but we about to win right here and get
We
you
about
something
to
better.
win? I hope so.
We're gonna get you some
You gonna
Nike.
give me them Pepsi too?
You know the rules. That's a winner. That's a winner.
I think I heard a kaplunk of a winner.
That's a winner, bro. If I win, I'm gonna take care of you, bro.
All right, I appreciate it. I feel like you got a big win coming.
I do. I'm doing.
You had a pretty good run this week.
I know. I can't give up now.
Can't never give up.
They gonna ask why I didn't get a haircut yet.
You know the rules. You know the rules.
Come on. Give me something. Come on. Last one, baby. Please. It's all right here. All or nothing. What the fuck?
Nothing?
Listen, when I began as judge on the Idaho4 case, I started by telling you all I don't want to be here. And I wasn't gonna lie. I was bored and annoyed the entire time, as my obvious body language displayed. So the fact that anyone is surprised that I didn't take the time and consideration to actually have this century's worst crime perpetrator take accountability for anything that he was claiming now he did, well, that would just make me have to be here longer. And I thought you could tell by now that it was mostly about what I wanted. And, you know, I mean, I did a lot of work for this case to hurry up and be done. I mean, I tried even arguing some of it, so not sure what your problem is.
In there. If I put a taser to your leg, if I put a taser to your leg, like this, okay, just to show you that like where it's working, okay? If I put a taser to your leg,
I will tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is somebody in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. There we go.
Where part of the house is he gonna be in?
He's gonna be on this part of the house.
Okay. And where's he hiding?
I would check the roof.
On
the inside.
Move out of the way. Abre el paso. Move out of the way. Abre el paso. Move out of the way. Abre el paso. Move out of the way.
You got it.
But
You're
if I-
scared. If we're scared, we what?
Do it scared.
Do it scared.
I keep my knees bent, not locked.
So you got to count them down really loud. Remember, wait. Remember, stomp, lean forward. When you get over there, stay over your board. Okay?
And keep my knees bent.
Yes. Okay, count it loud.
3, 2, 1.
Dropping. Yes, there it is. Nice, up and over. Yeah.
Into writing. When they are told that the guy who murdered their friends is this guy, Brian Kohberger, they don't recognize his photo.
Right, a total
they
stranger.
can't put it together. That's when Emily said the only explanation that she and Hunter could come up with is the story that, you know, we tell as the story of her dream, that Brian Kohberger targeted Maddie, and that, you know, she doesn't know the exact details, but that's her best.
Yo, KB, is that the name you claim? Rolling through genres, let me play this game. Rap like a madman, Eminem with the slang, spitting bars so sharp like a rap hangman. From YouTube fame to Idaho's wild ride, you're breaking it down, putting truths aside. Kane B got the purge, no doubt he's the king, breaking down the case like a YouTube machine. Kane B the purge, bringing heat in the booth. Facts on the table, there's no room for proof. Throwing down lyrics while the world's watching. Is it guilty or free? That's the question we're knocking. Kane B the purge, taking Idaho by storm. He's got the heat and the truth breaking the norm. We're all glued to this case, no one's letting go. Will Brian be guilty or will he be let go? Kane B's in the game, watch him lay it all bare. Will justice find the the truth or just disappear in the air. Here's my bubblegum pop, you ready or not? Kbls in the mix with the case so hot. Rap, rock, pop, he's switching it up. Dancing through the genres like a YouTube cup. Got Kane, the purge, putting the story in flow. Breaking it down with humor, watch the case blow. Boom, Kbls riding with electric groove. Breaking it down, yeah, he's on the move. He's got the purge, so come and watch him reign. Sipping on knowledge like it's truth on a train. Kbls the purge, taking Idaho by storm. He's got the heat and the truth breaking the norm. We're all glued to this case, no one's let go. Will Brian be guilty or will he be let go? Kbls in the game, watch him lay it all bare. Will justice find the truth or just disappear in the air? Now here I am, R&B vibes on deck. Let's get a little smooth, but don't forget, I'm bringing humor, I'm bringing the sound. But this case got us all spinning round. KB with the truth, it's hard to ignore. Like waiting for that next chapter in the lore. It's hard to ignore, like waiting for that next chapter in the lore.
such a way say since self-it brought my duet self-rights. And such a way say since self-it brought my duet self-rights. And such a way say since self-it brought my duet self-rights. And